Planet Fix, we in the house. Y'all ready to get this started? I'm trying to do this quickly. We got a extra lengthy show. Hey, yo!
How y'all gonna laugh at me and say I'm crazy? All y'all got is work and a social life, or maybe sports on Sunday. Dog, that's not even adult right there. Y'all don't got no type of influences on the lifestyle your kids will be living or you gonna be living. Come on, man. I'm interpreting these laws, keeping them off. So how could I ever be crazy? You saying niggas taxing laws over that's not things, man. The size get us out of here. And I'm telling you, I'm crazy. People die saying that they don't pass laws to listen to every phone and just died doing it all over. They said they was crazy too, and now look, died. You better wake up, guys. Act like little kids. Try to make me seem like I'm crazy because you a little kid scared. Something like that.
Ground warfare.
We've been fighting for our freedom before we knew we would need them. The books they read, we read them. The crooks I'm with, but cheat them. They took some pits to eat them, hooks and whips to beat them. Look at what they gave to me: taxes and slavery, unnatural behavior. White girl in the Waverly, drug money's my Waver's fee. Now I'm acting neighborly. I stand with Steven in the land of thieving. Cause no man is even. Obama just banned our breathing through the EPA. Rob you with easy pay, smiling a easy way, gently to play. And they snotty, trying to ban my shoddy and my hottie. Microchip and scan my body over my casket. I'm blowing them baskets.
Rock with the real 7 power best. Team no team. Team no friends.
You to go to the
fuck are you? You don't know.
Die slow with the fastest. Die slow with the fastest.
Ghost hustling while you stuck in taxes.
Freeing them brains, breaking the chains.
The bondage. I've been a threat on the internet like bondage.
Dodging guillotine,
Ducking axes. Ghost hustling while you stuck in taxes.
freeing them brains, breaking the chains.
The bondage. I've been a threat on the internet like bondage.
Some say he was crazy cause the way he talked that Darren.
How could that be? I had more than they parents, more than they wifey, more than they friends.
He made more money in his hood than they ever saw in their bins. He sued corporations and the government. He broke the law to his wings. State employees lost their jobs. The law to his grins. He's probably swimming in blue water to shore in his fins. He's a true urban legend. They never saw him again. He comes back through the children, be stored in the men, mostly brought up by the women, cause he's a door to the end.
Dodging guillotine,
Ducking axes. Ghost hustling while you stuck in taxes.
freeing them brains, breaking the
Chains of bondage. I've been a threat on the internet like bondage.
So what is the movie
guillotine, ducking axes.
Ghost hustling while they stuck in taxes.
Freeing them brains,
And
breaking
you got
the
the
chains.
grasshoppers all sitting around there in a
I've
grain
been a
bin,
threat
plenty of
on the
food.
internet
As
like
one of
bondage.
The aide de camp to the head evil grasshopper comes over and says, "We got plenty of food here. Why are we dominating and fighting with these ants?" And he goes, "Those little puny ants outnumber us 100 to 1, and if they ever figure that out, it's over for us."
That's right. And I think we're starting to figure it out.
Let's not
That's why it looks. That's why everything is just so transparent. Everywhere you turn, it's like, oh my God, what a lie! Oh my God, that's such an obvious lie.
get besides ourselves.
Hey, pretty eyes.
It's real rap. Yo, listen, it's real rap.
You know how this goes. Planet of Fakes, we blasting off.
Yeah, we came too far.
What's up,
In the
Queen?
darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest
Hey,
days,
Bonita.
don't
Hey,
know where we are
Michelle.
or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. You overdosing on the same damn pills, trying to but can't get no deal. Struggling just to pay one bill, wishing you had a
Uncle.
Rob him, you be ride or kill. Make sure he don't get up those hills. Time for me to get on one more drill. Won't stop till we hit 1 mil, bitch. You know what I'm talking? So move the ass and stop watching. This your new job, so clocking. I'm a boss, no matter if I'm barking. I come straight from road Boston. It's the same old road I be crossing. It's the same strip I'm always walking. Don't run up, might end up in a coffin.
You will never catch me lacking.
Me and my niggas stay packing. Uptown does shit that I'm reppin'. So I warn you, just use that caution. Niggas see me in my foreign. That bitch is definitely boring. Most these girls now just toxin'.
But I hate to say it, but they coming.
Niggas have no bread in their pocket, but be the ones bagging often. Y'all see the design I be rocking. Of course, y'all on IG stalking. I'm the last one that's laughing. While y'all niggas just chatting. Y'all talking about this blasting, but we know y'all niggas just acting. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't
Come
know
on, y'all
where
rock with
we
the real
are.
to the 7 power best plan of the face. Who said I'm not?
Tired of dealing with the same old shit. Pass the spliff, I need one more hit. Still driving with no permit. Ain't drunk, but I'm trying to get it. She told me that I could hit. Told her I ain't trying to come in. She took out, but her taste need bed, don't need that.
Next word to the mama.
Time to go focus on commas. Chose to be one about drama. Yeah, I'ma holler.
Pull up on court with Obama. That I want you know that I gotta.
Make it for all my fucking brothers. When I shit upload Obama, hey, straight to the Bahamas. Don't jack, that I'm a scammer. Coming up the whole lot of
Hanging on like a hanger, trying to see all the ops dead.
Smelly word always in my head, Sin City make it spread. Yeah,
I heard what the fuck I said.
All my niggas feeling fair.
That's word.
I'm just trying to
Come on, y'all.
Make it back home.
Come on, Planet the Face. On it. Let's do it.
Trying to get this bread left out. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too
I don't know
far.
how people support people that really don't put their mind, effort into their work, you know? We put our mind and effort in this. That's why they hate us. We gonna be here when they not. Watch. We gonna be here when they not. Look how many people going, we still here chilling. I'm doing this laying down. Shout out to the suckers. Each and every one of them, male and female, they're not men and women. We getting this started, y'all. Planet of the Fakes. Y'all rocking with the real to the 7th power best. This is a lengthy episode. And y'all know Planet of the Fakes waits for no one. Let's do it. I'm throwing this on autopilot. I don't really got nothing to do but get things squared away. And I'll be doing that in the background while this is on autopilot. I'm not going to be able to introduce the videos, but let's just look at them for the first time together. This first one, I do know what it is. Somebody got their COVID-19 stimulus money snatched from them on Facebook Live. Let's check it out. I'm not repeating myself. Let's check it out. Oh, before we start that, this is a suicide that took place in Manhattan. I'm not going to play it, but let me just make sure we're in the house. This was a real suicide. People actually jumping off buildings. Yup, that was a suicide right there. I'm not going to play it. I don't want to see them jump off the building. I don't know about y'all. I don't be liking to see stuff like that. But I'm letting you know, Midtown Manhattan 2 days ago, somebody jumped off, I guess, the roof due to being quarantined. Yep. Yo, why my joint muted, man? Come on now. Give me a second. I'm running some technical difficulty with the slideshow for some apparent reason. What is going on? But yup, that's the video right there. Autopilot's acting up. I don't know why. The fuck is this little shit right here? But that's his stimulus. That's a girl even, huh? That gotta be a girl. I can't even tell girl from guys. That's something a guy would do. What type of woman? I guess you could do that in your own car, but who flashes money like this in public? Like, COVID-19 stimulus check snatched. Give me that. He snatched it with 2 hands. She had the nerve to go live with the window open. I'm minding my business. I'm minding my business. Let's see if we go. Let's see if the sound comes on. I'm minding my business. Like, you going live with stimulus money, got it snatched on live, the ultimate in violations? All right, no problem. Let's do it. This cop right here is feeling himself. I want to show you the hand play. If you try to break a rule, if you try to walk during don't walk, if you even have your dog off the leash, you're going to get these hands. You're getting these hands, baby. You're getting these hands. Oh, you don't want to practice social distancing? You're getting these hands. These hands will keep you off me. These hands will keep you 6 feet. Let's do it. Yo, I don't know what's going on with the music. Social distancing, out partying. If you look, everybody's 6 feet away from each other or less. This girl's trying to ruin my cloud up. I'm out here trying to flaunt in my tight jeans, tight shirt, tight shoes. And look what happens. Peace to King Free Game. I'm over here practicing social distancing, trying to get my dance on. Tight shirt, tight pants, tight shoes, tight cut, tight guns. Cloud up. Yeah, but yo, check it out. I'm practicing social distancing. Doodle next to me practicing social distancing. And look who crashes the social distance jubilee. I don't know about you. I know a lot of fellas that'll beat it at this point right here. I don't know about you. That look like the type of fun women I like to hang with that do sporadic things. That don't lower the class, but elevates the fun. Let's hear it one more time. Social distancing going wrong. She was coming on to him. How many of y'all think she was coming on to him? I think she was coming on to him. I'm the type, I'll let people that normally don't have fun around me. I'll do that, but if it look like you have fun everywhere and it's just your routine, I'll throw a monkey wrench in it. Yes, I will throw a monkey wrench in your fun. In the heel. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. Yo, you gotta give it to him. Gotta give it to her. I don't know about you. I enjoyed that, and I think she killed it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it 100. I think she killed it. She's doing that in heels. I think she killed it. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck his problem was. That's what these dudes are. They buy a little white t-shirt, get a brand new pair of jeans with their first hard bottom shoes, and they're checking their pocket, and they think they too legit to quit. Let's get into this right now. After a plane experienced mechanical problems, a pilot in Canada had to make an emergency landing on a busy highway. Watch out, I'll crush your car in order to save my passengers. Oh, coming towards traffic, he's a beast. Oh no, he went with traffic. He's nice. Yeah, he went with traffic. Y'all better slow down. Y'all better slow down. Y'all better slow down. Y'all better slow down. That's finesse. Just to be driving on the highway like, oh, I got an emergency land on I-95. Damn. Yo, start dumping them packages now. And he's trying to get out their way. And he's trying to go to the medium. Like, let me just go to the side right now. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hell of a ticket. Yeah, I'm gonna get a hell of a ticket. I'm gonna get a hell of a ticket for that, but it's worth it. Let's do this one right here. Important stuff. Nova Scotia shooting today.
I can tell you
Global
that
news.
in excess of 10 people have been killed, but the investigation is still
That was
ongoing.
a great landing.
And I expect to have more details in that regard in the coming days.
Thank you very much.
Shout out to Prissy B, Queen
I'm afraid
of
at this time I
Facebook.
can't expand on that any further.
You mean that we don't know what they've done?
Correct. We don't
Nova
have
Scotia.
a complete.
Active shooter today.
We're not fully aware of what that total may be
probably
because,
didn't even know that. Canada,
as
they
we're
started
standing
above
here,
now. It's
the
gonna happen here.
investigation continues into areas that we've not yet
It's gonna happen here. Trust me on that.
explored across the province.
Are there locations, Inspector, besides Fort Dick where people...
Sounds kind of low. I hear smoke detector in the background going off. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yes, there are
How they got a
several
smoke
locations
detector
across
going
the
off in the
province where
background?
persons have been killed.
Come on, G.
Can you tell us the other locations,
No.
names of the towns?
I don't have those locations at my disposal. Suffice to
Yeah,
say, there
shoot,
are several
hell yeah.
locations. I don't have that information currently.
How should we describe that the suspect allegedly commit crimes in Fort Dick and then continue in the car to commit other crimes, the same person?
Yes, we believe it to be one person who's responsible for all the killings, and that he alone moved across the northern part of the province and committed, would appear, several.
He probably had COVID, said I ain't even going out like that. A lot of people gonna be like, oh shit, go get the shit, y'all. Go get my shit.
No, he was not.
Telling you, people gonna start bugging.
Serious incident response team. Can you explain their involvement? As I understand it, they're called in whenever there's a discharge of a police officer's firearm, is that right?
Anytime
Turn the
there
human
is
being into
death
a weapon
or,
on you. It's
injury
2020 and they turn humans
that
into
occurs,
weapons.
member of the public in this case, as I noted in my speaking points, the
They said
threat
forget bullets,
was,
we gonna turn
ended,
your dumb ass into a
and,
weapon. Yep, you a COVID
the
soldier,
lone suspect,
homegrown terrorist. Alright, let's get back to the slide. That was it. Yep, no problem. Y'all rock up the real to the 7 power best. Kings and queens of content. Don't ask me what this is. Miss Don Diva, I believe. Oh, this was a 2-car accident. It came out, I don't know, we just checking it out. I will zoom in. Miss Don Diva, if I'm not mistaken. Zoom in power. Zoom in power. Damn, somebody was in a rush to get hand sanitizer, toilet tissue. Yeah, somebody was in a rush. Stop thinking your car is the most cleanest.
We'll be giving an update shortly on a deadly accident that happened on
Deadly,
Detroit's
y'all.
west side.
Detroit's west side, y'all. Let's get that.
Okay. Right now we're on the scene of a deadly accident that occurred in the area of West Outer Drive and Linden on Detroit's west side. As of right now, we're able to see that there was 3 vehicles involved in this accident.
Does he sound American to y'all? Keep it 100. I don't know. This may be a Detroit accent, but does he sound American? Just let me know, because I always try to keep track of who's reporting on what and things like that. Just the American in me.
Right now, at least one person has been killed from the accident, and there was multiple people that were injured.
No, that's
As
not
soon
a
as we
Detroit
get more
accent, or he's
information
not
on
a
this
foreigner.
accident, we will update as soon as possible. So make sure to follow Metro Detroit News on Facebook. Again, we are in the intersection of West Outer Drive and Linden. The accident occurred around 5 p.m. And at least one person has been confirmed dead from this accident, involving 3 vehicles.
3 vehicles, damn.
There's also reports that one of the vehicles caught on fire.
Not a Detroit.
Earlier
exactly.
today, Detroit Fire was on the scene.
Look at that sky, y'all. I miss the burbs in a sense.
As of right now.
But not right now because people in these little rural towns swear they safe because they not in a big city. You know how easy it is for the military to roll up on an entire town, round them up, get them out of here. The next morning, people can't find the entire town. That entire town shit ain't always safe. I'ma just tell you that. You know how many times whole towns disappear? Name a time when a whole metropolis disappeared. You won't. You could put entire missing towns in YouTube and you'll get more than 10 videos. So don't think you're safe because you're spread out.
As of right now, we aren't sure how the accident occurred, but we can confirm that.
Army trucks run up on your property saying you gotta leave. Fuck you gonna do? Fuck you gonna do? Launch the drones, pepper spray them?
At least one person has been confirmed that.
No calling the sheriff, no time for that. They putting you in your pajamas. You get put on a bus in your pajamas. I know nobody's sleeping naked in this FEMA camp roundup season. Please don't sleep in the nude in this FEMA roundup season. Let's get to this next one. Autopilot. Oh, this is a good one.
People are getting sick because they're telling people after 14-day quarantine, oh, you're good. But they're not retesting you to see if the virus is still in your system. Why are they not doing second tests? Because they don't have enough tests to give people? I get that, but is that safe? Is that right? Because you don't have a second test to give me to make sure the virus is out of my system instead of you giving...
How many people agree on that? One test per patient. Oh, you got it? Wait it out. All right, you should be good now. You're not throwing up. You're not needing a ventilator. All right, you're good now. Go home. We can't afford to give you 2 tests. Think about that, y'all. Now, remember, the United States is a bankrupt company, not a place, not a government. Felicia asked me, did I live in the United States? I told her I don't live in nothing but my body, basically. And I'll ask everybody, what would you rather, live in dirt or live on dirt? Because I told her I live on America. I don't live in the United States. I live on America. And then I asked her, what would you prefer to live in, dirt or on it? I prefer to live on dirt. So hopefully that'll answer her question if I live in the United States. The United States is a foreign company. I know people ignoring me for the past 8 years, telling them stop pretending to live in states. I don't pretend to live in states, Felicia. I just want to let her know that. And I will never, get upset for people asking me that. But if you hear me constantly telling y'all stop pretending to live in states because they're companies, not places, I don't expect you to ask me, do I live in the United States? And that's all I'm saying. And then my next question was to her, what's a state? Think about it. You asking people, do they live in something? And you can't even tell them what that something is. That's what I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to prevent people from going blank. Because believe it or not, you've been brainwashed. We all been brainwashed since birth to believe states and cities mean places. They do not. Just because the news tell you that, school tells you that, and the politicians pretend that they're talking to you, that doesn't qualify you're in the state, dog. And that's a misconception millions and millions and millions of Americans succumb to every day. And I show y'all those deaths, those arrests, and just imagine those people actually knew what states were. Could you really honestly say we would all be making the same decisions? We wouldn't be. Because for one, y'all wouldn't be pretending to live in foreign companies. Y'all wouldn't, and based on that, your behavior changes. Because you'd be surrounded by a whole bunch of people that do have to pretend they are states based on the fact they come from another land. And I keep telling y'all, that's what states were created for, just so foreigners could come and visit. And they wouldn't even be visiting America, they're visiting the United States. Those are companies created for foreigners to visit. Americans were never supposed to pretend to live in them, never supposed to call them their fucking government, and damn sure never supposed to ever let them police you after getting you into trillions of dollars of debt. The fact that they're trillions of dollars in debt and that don't bother people, this should bother people, because now this queen right here is talking about she can't get another test. Imagine y'all wasn't a bankrupt company and actually a government being ran by taxes, but people gonna ignore that and wake up tomorrow, pretend to be in the state again. Hey, that's on them. No, I don't live in states.
Giving me a second test, you're telling me, oh, okay, you should be good after 14 days. But I'm not. I was quarantined over 14 days. It's been over 14 days since my first test. And then today I find out I still have it. Why? How? They don't have any answers. Did I get it again from somebody else? Was it always in my system? Did it never leave? Am I contagious now?
Viruses don't
Am I
leave.
not contagious and I just carry the
She's
virus?
contagious.
Like, it's crazy.
She's contagious,
This
y'all.
virus is so new that they don't know. It's people dying. I'm tested positive again. I have to quarantine myself again.
And shout out to Tanya TKO for taking Americans people's videos, monetizing them on YouTube, and making a foreign cent. If y'all think Tanya TKO is American, go listen to her. But shout out to her. She's capitalizing off of what Americans fail to. For whatever reason, that's on them. But shout out to her.
Y'all could just share this live because I want other people to know that
Shorty not even getting paid off it. She's sitting here suffering from coronavirus. She ain't even getting paid off her own video. Somebody from another country that's here is getting paid off her video.
they're not retesting. They are not retesting people who had the virus.
This is one of the most important videos you'll see today regarding COVID-19.
Oh, all right, she's talking on this. Let's fast forward it. I'm good with her opinion. Yo, this is Hocus Pocus.
In the hotel, right?
This is Hocus Pocus and them talking about, because this woman right here, you see how Tanya had hers? I got mine. This is mine. Hocus Pocus and this woman right here, actually, same thing happened. She caught coronavirus. They quarantined her for 14 days, and she hasn't been tested again. And just listen to her story. Here's my version. TKO, bite your heart out.
And when you got to the hotel, that's when it really hit you. You said the first hour and the second hour started
Shout
hitting
out
you.
to Hocus Pocus.
Did you notice, or do you notice, like when you go outside, or have you been outside since?
Smoking.
On that hotel?
Not that I know, because I've been quarantined and I'm not selfish, so I'm not gonna go outside. I tell you, I have not seen the outside besides the window that I look through the window.
That's my dumb ass.
That's my outside.
Yeah, my dumb
looking out
ass.
the window. That's
because it's the symptoms of, a lot of the symptoms of the bone hurt, the bones, where your bones is hurting, and the no smell, no taste, those are radiation symptoms also. And you know, a lot of people have been talking about that, so I just wanted to ask if you see any 5G, but you said you don't know. Pretty sure
He
there
asked
is.
about 5G, y'all.
What kind of hotel were you in? Like, is it a big name hotel or?
It's a very nice hotel. I mean, I can't mention my company, nor can I mention the hotel.
No, I know. That's why I didn't want to.
But it's a nice hotel. They have been phenomenal with me. But I'm gonna tell you something. You know, this symptom, literally, it mimics
Corona.
different things. And that's where the failure is coming. And another thing is that for me personally, that I wanted to talk to you and let people know out there, be very careful, man, because honestly, they should not say that it's 14 days for you to stay at home and you're good. I don't believe that, because if after 14 days, day 16, I tested positive again, how many people out there that tested
positive
right,
after 2 weeks
went home for 14
quarantine?
days, must still have the virus?
Yep,
that's very, very weird and very tricky. It's just like, it kind of got me mind boggled. It's like, how the hell you get over it? You don't have any more symptoms. I mean, I never seen that, but you still have it. Like, that really doesn't make sense to me.
And I told y'all.
I don't know, maybe it's just.
And I told y'all that basically viruses stay in your body. So this woman tested positive 2 weeks ago for coronavirus. She's been quarantined for 14 days. She's still testing positive. So she is a carrier of the virus. This is what I'm telling y'all.
this virus is getting carried by healthy people, and they're infecting other healthy people, and those people aren't being so lucky. So just keep that in mind, y'all, that it's gonna take more than months. It may take years to be able to respond to this pandemic.
Not like I'm here with anyone. I'm stuck in a hotel room.
Congrats to you, till my hat to you.
Hey,
We happy
Marquita.
you here and you able to tell us this story. But I know, like you said, it sounds right now. I don't want to catch that shit. Whatever you had, like some people don't believe it's COVID-19. I'm still like in the middle. I don't know what's going on, but whatever it is, that shit sounds like it hurts, and I don't want to catch it. Somebody got another question. They said the White House is requesting for people who have recovered from COVID-19, maybe.
And remember what I told you, y'all. When you see U.S., they not talking about the U.S. of A. You don't think that they got cool, so they just dropped the A. What the fuck is wrong with people? If your name was, I want to give a name that nobody comes in with. I don't think we got any Sheilas. If your name was Sheila Betty Raymond, SBR, you not gonna be filling out job applications as SB. Oh, I'm gonna drop the last letter. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? So with that being said, look at the United States national debt clock. That's U.S. national debt clock. Even people that believe they live in states, when did y'all stop being U.S. of A citizens and simply adapted being U.S. citizens? I want to know, because everybody's so adulty, but when I ask adult questions, everybody should damn near know, because y'all are the taxpayers. I'm not the taxpayer. I think paying taxes to a foreign company, posing as a place in order to get me to pay taxes, is against the fucking law. I don't pay taxes. Now, if I'm in a store or some shit like that, yeah, that's different. But as far as paying them for service, I'm not doing it. They're a company. You're not supposed to be paying taxes to a company. That's what happened when you look at the news. That's what happened when you get a state education. And that's what happened when your parents care less than you do. But I'm asking people, when did y'all think they just got cool? Did they even make a public announcement? Oh, we're gonna drop the A off the United States. Did they? No, they fucking didn't. But y'all think they so cool. Oh, US is short for US of A. Get the fuck out of here. This is why y'all owe 24 trillion now. This is why y'all owe 24 trillion now and can't get a second COVID-19 test. This shit killing thousands of y'all. Taxpayers. They won't even tell you how much the test costs so you can get your own. Taxpayers.
Able to help by donating their plasma. As a survivor, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that?
So I personally, I'm just waiting because I will sign up.
And y'all can ask anybody, before this COVID-19 even started, I told my whole chat, I said, listen, black people ain't doing nothing. I was like, black people only citizens to go to FEMA camps. What the fuck are we citizens for? What are we citizens for? Ain't nothing coming. They not giving us no new technology. We not getting no reparations. What the fuck is black people citizens for? Just to go to FEMA camps. This why motherfuckers is stupid to me. Because y'all ain't get shit for being a U.S. citizen. In the 233 years they established that fucking company, y'all about to die U.S. citizens and refuse to even know what a state is. Y'all don't think, and I keep asking y'all really think those people deserve to be on America? They don't even give a fuck what a state is? But they living in them, raising their kids in them to be police, to be soldiers, to be nurses, to be doctors. Think about that shit. They don't want to know what a state is, but they raising their kids to kill for them. Think about that shit.
Donate plasma, and I'll tell you why. Because if I can help save someone's life, or maybe they can.
And I know a lot of people don't find it strange to see something that says state debt clock, world debt clocks, U.S. national debt. I know that shit ain't strange to some people because they think it's normal to be paying taxes to something that owes 24 trillion. The stupidest shit in the world to me.
experiment or do whatever they have to do to figure out something to help, definitely will sign up. I'm just waiting because I don't want to sign up until once they tell me I'm negative. Definitely, I'm signing up.
And I already did the math. If every U.S. citizen gave every dime, I'm talking about every dime y'all had, this shit wouldn't probably even go to $1 trillion. Y'all probably be in the nah. Let me say, it's enough billionaires. There's enough billionaires, but they foreigners, because ain't no billionaires keeping no U.S. citizenship. That's the stupidest shit in the world.
The other thing is, people also need to understand that it's not that you don't want to share certain things or whatnot. It's just that for everyone is different. Every immune system is different. Every human is different. Everyone's body behaves differently. This virus does not have a specific person, and that's where people are getting the wrong information and where they're going wrong and where they
I know people don't want to believe that the U.S. is a company, but you better wake up, because what it's doing is breaking laws. And while you're a citizen, you're responsible for it breaking laws. And this is why the whole world's gonna be here, imprisoning you, imprisoning your kids, and imprisoning their kids. That's what I'm like, y'all better wake up. Y'all can play stupid as all you want. You could suck state PP and city PP. I'm not playing with nothing that old foreign is anything. Y'all can play with that shit. Y'all can play stupid. I'm not gonna be running to your rescue.
Yeah, they're just overreacting or whatever. Listen, I don't need to overreact. I don't need to lie about what I'm saying here. I don't need to make it up.
And don't y'all notice? We always hear these stories. Like, these are hardworking people, taxpayers, probably make good money. Why are they getting less than standard service? Think about that though. How many people think that it may be the debt? Y'all owe 24 trillion. And I want y'all to just keep that number in your head. That's why I got it on the screen. Where would we be if we didn't owe? And why y'all not addressing this? And I don't understand. Motherfuckers call the police on you for having an opinion on the internet, but they don't give a fuck that they're pretending to live in foreign companies that owe the world 24 trillion plus. You don't got no national security owing foreigners anything.
From this, what I'm trying to do is for people to understand that this virus has no limits.
And look,
no limit.
This is how you know people dumb. People be on TV talking about, I live in the U.S., the richest country in the world. The U.S. owe foreigners. Do y'all see those foreigners bragging and boasting like the U.S. owes us trillions of dollars? No. They don't say shit. They let you think you rich.
And the same way they say, for example, like, hey, 14 days. I personally think 14 days is not enough. It is not enough. And once they decide to open, the doors where everybody can go out and do whatever their business
Massive
is,
fiction.
guess what? It's gonna get
The national debt is a sucker's clock. Suckers belong to that. Look at that shit going up millions per minute. You's a sucker. That's the sucker's clock. That's the he's paying for it. She's paying for it. That's like when you go to your bar. I don't know about you, but I got white friends and shit. And when we go out, they just give the bartenders their credit card like, yeah, this for the night. That's what U.S. citizens are. You see that clock right there? That's your credit card from 200 and 254 years ago? 254 years ago, y'all put your credit card on a bar and look at that shit now. Worse.
So you feel like
Drinking with foreigners. They've been visiting for 200 and something years, living off your credit card at this bar. Buffalo Wings, people buying cars, people charging their fucking homes to the card on the bar. But what you expect? People swear the bar is America, so they never leave the bar. They just kept their credit card there. People go in the bar to use your credit card.
You do feel like it's a contagious virus?
Hell yeah, nigga. Hell yeah, this shit is contagious. What's wrong with this dude? I hate when people ask stupid questions like that. Do you think this was contagious? At the ending right there. We saw that. Oh, I wanted to show y'all this. She's about to kill it. I'm about to switch the music.
Joanna, your easy body giving me life, oh. Hey, life, eh. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you gonna do me like Joanna? Joanna. Hey, Joanna.
The foreigners don't be playing though. I might have to switch this music. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, the foreigners don't be playing. They don't play. Unlike Americans, you could take this shit, make $1 million off it, and they ain't gonna do shit. Too busy trying to play tough. But I'm looking for something, man. Where my shit at? I like this shit. It's Cuban Doll shit.
Cross mountain ranges.
Oh, you know an ad was coming. Let's play their music. Oh, she's breaking it down.
Joanna, your busy body giving me life, oh. Hey, life, eh. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. Why you do me like Joanna? Joanna. How you gonna do me like Joanna?
100 bands times 100 bands. Can you get it? Ain't no running, man. Keep 100 rounds. We gon' get 'em. I ain't never gave a fuck about no bitch, cause I'm bigger and I'm better. Keep a Smith the Weston, we can do whatever, hey. You say you a boss, I know you a lame. And that nigga ugly, what the fuck you saying? You ain't getting money, girl, you need a plan. You a broke bitch.
Let my Americans get some money. Fuck wrong with you.
I just be getting bands, spin get it back, and I split it with my mans. That money in my hand, put it right on your head. Ain't no loss, I'm a boss, I can do this shit again, ayy. Fuck a roll, we speak facts. If a lame bitch talking, I won't even speak back. Get that 4-5, all black, we strap, we back. Pop up on the make a bitch see that, ayy. Fuck all them niggas, we gon' fuck up this cash. I hopped out my feelings and I hopped in my bag. Hopped in the foreign, bitch, you hopped in the cab. Still living with your mama, you ain't hopped off your ass, ayy. Ayy, I'm a real bitch, I can't fake shit. You a fucking pussy, you don't shake shit. You just figured it out, bro, you late, bitch. You a broke bitch, you ain't got no best to play with.
Hey.
Somewhere out of Cali, do the dash in the spaceship. You somewhere in the crib looking mad, cause you ain't shit, you ain't tough. Big bank, tank, little bank, bitch, you bankrupt. All them hoes losing, but they ain't us. Them niggas, we gon' fuck up this cash. I hopped out my feelings and I hopped in my bag. Hopped in the foreign, bitch, you hopped in the cab. Still living with your mama, you ain't hopped off your ass, ayy. Fuck all them niggas, we gon' fuck up this cash. I hopped out my feelings and I hopped in my bag. Hopped in the foreign, bitch, you hopped in the cab. Still living with your mama, you ain't hopped off your ass, ayy.
All these mad rappers 30, will I keep it 30? Spent long nights riding low and dirty, now my coupe is 3223.
And again, like, being American, that don't mean you wake up, burn all your identifications, none of that shit. The same way they posed as a place, you posed as a U.S. citizen, but in fucking reality, you know what the fuck they are, you know who you are, and you not letting them slide. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anything else, you's a coward, period. Anything else, you a coward, period. I dare you let foreign, hey, it's me, V, got the bulletproof Willa Forte. You a coward. You let foreigners come here, open up a company, pretend to live in the company, they whip your ass 254 years, and you stay in it because you don't think you got a choice not to be a citizen? Fuck is wrong with you? Y'all might really be from Africa. I don't know. I don't fucking know. No American would think like that. That's the stupidest shit in the world, especially once I even hear some remnants of some shit that makes sense, like states are companies, not places, and us pretending to live in them, we really doing business with them, and that's what make them have government-like authority. Oh, all right, that's it. I'm not pretending states are places no more. Get the fuck out of here. And if I do pretend the state's a place, it'll be after an employee put it in writing that the state's a place. If they don't put it in writing, the state's a place, they're liars. Everything they have to be in writing. Why you think I'm showing y'all writing of it saying your city's a company, the Constitution is written saying your state is a company, but y'all still asking me, do I live in it? Like, think about that. Think about that. Do you live in it? What does it look like? You won't be able to answer. That's when everything get difficult. Once I start asking questions about the state, that's when they start sweating bullets. They ask me if I live in it, I give them a quick one-word answer. I start asking them simple questions, I don't get no answer. And y'all don't think that's weird?
I'm riding that dick till he come twice.
I don't know
Shut
who
the
this is.
fuck up. Shut the fuck
I don't
up.
know who this is.
I ain't never fucked on a nigga that ain't came 3 times. That's facts.
Stop talking.
That's facts.
That's enough.
Only reason why niggas is not fucking with me is because I broke up with them.
All right, yeah, this video is about kinda like why women suffering from chronic singleness or something. I don't know, but that's what this is about. She's explaining why women suffering from chronic singleness. Now, after we watch this video, let me know if you agree, disagree. I got my opinion on it.
I'm riding that dick till he come twice. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I ain't never fucked on a nigga that ain't came 3 times. That's facts.
Stop talking.
That's facts.
That's enough.
Only reason why niggas is not fucking with me is because I broke up with them.
Megan.
I don't want to deal with you
Megan Thee Stallion.
quick nut niggas.
Megan.
I don't like niggas that don't last long. That's the T.
Megan.
What?
I said enough.
That's a threat.
You also bent over on the counter.
That's a threat.
That was enough. Oh my god.
You niggas are not lasting.
That hurts so bad.
People be like, oh my god, she for the streets. No.
I'm just joking.
You niggas are for the weak. You
Megan
niggas
Thee
like
Stallion.
bitches that's going one round.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want
I'm
no
riding
girl
that-
talking about her sex life on live. I'm good with that. That's like showing your bedroom on live. Get the fuck out of here. You're not classy to me. And that's just my personal opinion. If the whole world could come in your bedroom via the internet, you're not classy to me. Yeah, that's Megan Thee Stallion. But you talking about sex lives and all that, who really want to marry that other than your boy Russell? Russell wish he got Megan. He wouldn't have to deal with the future. Oh, this is later. That's in the main event later. We just running through these.
Let me show you why a pyramid scheme is never a good idea, no matter what shape they show you, because that's a...
Let me pause it. In less than a minute, he's going to show us why the pyramid scheme is never for us. Don't mind the planted insignia over his face. Just watermarking things. You know how it goes.
Let me show you why a pyramid scheme is never a good idea, no matter what shape they show you, because
Yo, that's what the United States is, a pyramid scheme. Give them your taxes, you get a tax return and all this other shit, but you in debt at the end. That's why people gotta wake up. And not being a citizen don't got shit to do with their paperwork. It got something to do with your mentality. You understand? You know you not allowing another man to do certain things, whether they wear a uniform or not. It's just not meant to be like that. All this shit you see them doing because people don't want to know what a state is. They automatically assuming they in it. But that's stupidity. If I was bullying you to be in my gang, you would be stupid to continually be in my gang, which gives me the authority to do whatever I want to you. Wouldn't that be stupid? That's what's happening now with people. But it's part of laziness. Because part of not pretending the state's a place is you actually providing. Now, while this system is in place, you got a training wheel. That's why I really think people have mental problems. While you have a training wheel, you could be getting your American practice on right now. Don't wait for the state to collapse to realize that states were foreign companies the whole time, and now that they ain't here, you ain't got shit because you invested your whole life in them. Don't wait for that, because that's gonna happen. I know people don't even know what happens when the state collapses. When the state collapses, nothing fucking happens. You call the police, it ain't no number to call. And if you think that can't happen, that happened more frequently than people being on martial law because they let China create a germ that could kill everybody. Come on, dog. People gonna play stupid till they gone.
That circle
I don't
shit
give
is
a
a
fuck.
pyramid
I ain't
scheme.
going.
But I know somebody that made $800. Yes, you probably do, and that's why people still buy into pyramid schemes. The people at the top or the early people to a pyramid scheme always make money, but the people at the bottom, which is what you will probably be, always get robbed. The issue lies in the concept itself. So you're trying to turn $100 into $800. Now, there are only two places in the entire country that you could possibly just create money. That's the
Now, he's talking about the creation of money, and you're seeing that every United States dollar that gets printed, you get the bill for. That's why by the time this live is over, remember where it's at, 24,474, 962 million. By the time this is over, no lie, that shit'll probably be at 980 million. What could your fake ass government possibly be doing that costs y'all so many millions a minute? Y'all don't think y'all going in FEMA camps? This is the shit that not only is it the biggest fraud the universe ever seen, but it's also the biggest snatch and grab ever seen. Cause they're gonna snatch the entire America from y'all while placing y'all in camps and replacing y'all with foreigners while they putting y'all in camps. Like right now, y'all getting replaced with foreigners. So we not gonna miss you at the DMV. We not gonna miss you as a registered nurse. We not gonna miss you as a federal employee. We not gonna miss you as a rapper. We not gonna miss you as a mechanic. You know why? Cause you already let them bring foreigners in to replace your dumb ass. And those are fucking facts.
National Treasury or the stock market. And since you're in neither, that means that you're getting money from
Because Obama told y'all if y'all didn't let him in, you'd be racist. That's why, and that's fucking fact.
Somebody else. And boom. That's the issue. There was no exchange.
And that's the same reason why they said take white people, take the NRA's guns, because guns is racist. Fact.
Of goods, and an exchangement of goods or services is what validates a money transfer. So what you have is a long train of people handing each other money, and like we established, we're not creating money. So for every person with $800, there's 7 people that lost 100. So if you just feel like throwing away $100,
and that's basically what taxes is. Taxes, you threw your money away. Think about it. Y'all been paying taxes for 50 fucking years, and y'all owe 24 trillion. So who's the smarter one? The motherfuckers that been paying taxes for 50 fucking years that still can't come out their fucking house with the same people that been on welfare for 40 years. Guess who's gonna be eating longer? Once your savings go, those people on welfare still gonna be on welfare. What you gonna do? You gonna go on unemployment? Yeah, I think unemployment goes, all right, this shit about to collapse on y'all. This shit about to collapse on y'all.
Yo, I was just thinking, in the midst of this crisis that we're all going through, it's a good opportunity to reflect and to think about a business that you can start with you.
Can't nobody start no business. They spent their whole life making fake ass friends that ain't gonna do shit for them but beg and fucking make sure they ruin just like them. That's the main thing, cause think about it. We 3 weeks in, I ain't seen nothing astronomical come from people. Over here, 3,000 videos at my site. Got another site coming later on today. I don't know what the fuck people doing. I don't care what people doing. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I got the smallest chat on YouTube, biggest site outside of YouTube. You understand what I'm saying? And I only say biggest just because what I'm gonna do there ain't nobody doing it. Ain't nobody gonna be able to fuck with me. But look, people been on lockdown for 3 weeks. They ain't get shit accomplished. You stupid. Me and my little chat got more accomplished than all these motherfuckers put together. I don't see nothing coming from them that's gonna benefit them or their kids. Once this internet shit is over, people done.
And your family, or you can just start a business by yourself. You know, great things came out of 2008 when we...
Yo, how you gonna start a business now? You can't even make contact with motherfuckers. See? See? Oh, you gonna build a website that's gonna cost you thousands of dollars with your last bit of money? Stupid asses. And I've been told people they stupid asses. Just because they think shit is sweet. Ain't shit sweet. You don't know what you living in. Shit ain't never gonna be sweet. We gonna eat off y'all. And that's what they've been doing. They eating off y'all. I'll be the bad guy for telling the truth. Because you know what? I wake up tomorrow, I know I'm an American on America. Motherfuckers that don't like me, they gonna wake their ass up in the state and turn their TV on and wait for the state to give them orders to, you okay to go back to work and get sick. Yep, while I'm sleeping making money. You see that little clock going up in there? Well, my little $1 a minute or whatever the fuck I make a minute is in that shit, all right? Remember that. I know people didn't want that. They were too good for that. They don't think of running your own business is a real job. Yeah, all right, motherfuckers been out a real job for 3 weeks now. Oh, I went off for him.
What's that?
Let's listen though.
Yo,
let's listen because maybe he'll inspire people. Shout out to It's Me V who does have the smoking trays. I'm gonna put some of those at the website. She just gotta send me some pictures. But definitely It's Me V. She got the smoking trays. Make sure you mess with those if you do smoke and things like that. Businesses are getting started.
In the midst of this crisis that we're all going through, it's a good opportunity to reflect and to think about a business that you can start with you.
People think the government owes them.
And your family.
Yeah, the government owe a lot of people. Look at that clock.
Or you can just start a business by yourself.
Look at that clock. Government owe a lot of people.
Great things came out of 2008 when we went through all this craziness. You know, if anybody remember that, a lot of businesses came out of that. You know, but this is a great thing. You know, if you want to look at the positive.
I told you, give me them pictures. I'll put it at the
positive
website.
Side of it. You know what I mean? It's a great thing.
PayPal link.
Where a lot of people are being innovative with inventing things. You know, for different healthcare systems. You know what I'm saying? People out there, they're making.
I've been told people what I said last night. 1.7 trillion would give every U.S. citizen $10,000. But people don't even know what a state is. You're never gonna get what you need, want, or nothing. Come on, they're gonna make it the death penalty for being in the state. Y'all don't even realize that. They already did. I already gave y'all the information to look that up. People ain't looking it up. You think I'm a crackpot? Bet. I'll be a crackpot. I bet you I'll be here. I bet you I'll be here. They'll be asking me, am I a citizen? I'll be like, no, sir.
And masks, you know, so they putting their sewing machines to work. You know, people are being more compassionate, you know, towards each other.
That's not true.
You know, being more family oriented. You know, it's a lot of positive things are coming out of this thing. You know, so I just say reflect on the positive. You know what I mean, and try to be innovative, and creative.
I don't know about positive coming out here. I ain't see a little kid in 3 weeks. I'm telling you that right now. And I've been outside. I haven't seen a little kid in 3 weeks. So I know people bouncing off the walls with those kids in the house. Shout out to all those parents. But I haven't seen a kid in 3 weeks. No lie. I ain't gonna lie. I did see my little man's son out with his mask on. Yeah, I did see him. I did see my little man's son. Yeah, he had his mask on. But besides that, I ain't see no little kids outside. And that's a good and a bad thing. But I'm telling you right now, people are about to start cracking. Weather's about to get nice. People are going to want to die for this summer. So people going to be out. But yo, let's look at Mr. Commodore. This is, if I'm not mistaken, Teddy Riley and somebody else on Instagram. He's playing both parts. But this is like Teddy Riley and somebody else. We might be able to figure out who the other person is, but they arguing on Instagram, Mr. Commodore.
Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you. Turn that speaker down. We're going to turn that speaker down. Get your phone over here. Put the volume on too.
Come on, man. This shit heavy. I just can't hear.
Say something. Say something.
I just can't hear the damn.
Can you hear that? Try switching it to the Bluetooth. Yeah, put it on Bluetooth and take it on speaker.
That's his girl with the fake beard on. I'm done with him. His girl got a fake beard on. Mr. Commodore is the man. His girl got a fake beard on? Or is that him? Yeah, that's his girl with the fake beard on. You got to give it to him. And these are the type of people I support, man. Doing it themselves. You understand?
Your phone over here. Put the volume on too.
This girl got on a...
Say something. Say something.
I just can't hear the dance.
Can you hear that? Try switching it to the Bluetooth. Yeah, put it on Bluetooth and take it on speaker.
TV not
Whenever
even
you
working,
ready,
man.
Whenever you ready. We're gonna try to do. Get the mic out my face. What we're gonna try to do right now is we're gonna try to go live on the TV and we're gonna try to rock out from over here, alright? Yeah. Y'all remember that one?
Aaron Holcroft and
I
Teddy
see y'all
Riley.
grooving. I like how y'all grooving. Restart the Wi-Fi. Restart the Wi-Fi. You turn the piano keys on. I should do it from piano keys? I'm still here. We're going to come back in 30 minutes, all right? Babyface, that's good with you? We're going to come back in 30 minutes.
It was Babyface and Teddy Riley.
Can you hear me now?
Yo, we missed that. I'm going to look for that. I'm going to look for Teddy Riley and Babyface on IG. See? We learn every day. I don't want to get into this main event.
Planet of the Fakes 4 couples.
It's me, V. Let's check this out. Skip.
Planet of the Fakes 4 couples. And
Oh, let me pause it. Let's get it straight. Give me a second. Let's do it.
Pigstar, H. News, 19 April 2020, a couple from Kentucky have been accused of abusing their 12-year-old adopted son by locking him inside his bedroom with only a bucket to use as a restroom and starving him. Marvin Reynolds, 46, and Laura Reynolds, 45, of Logan County, were booked into the Logan County Detention Center after local authorities found evidence that their adopted son had been abused. The investigation began April 14 after the boy ran away from the family's home and was later found by Emerg. NC personnel, the Reynolds did not report the boy missing until 3 hours after he ran away, according to an arrest warrant obtained by News Democrat and Leader. Deputies with the Logan County Sheriff's Department soon learned the boy was allegedly living in horrid circumstances with the Reynolds. Allegations included abuse, unsanitary living conditions, and the boy being locked inside his bedroom all day while the window was nailed shut with pieces of 2x4 wood. The victim's brothers, who lived in the same home as him, confirmed with authorities that he was locked inside his room and only given a 5-gallon bucket to use as a restroom. They also said the boy was starved and typically only fed once a day. Authorities said multiple family members came forward and revealed the boy was treated like an animal by the Reynolds since they adopted him at 5 years old. Deputies who inspected the couple's home reportedly found it to be overall clean, except for the 12-year-old's bedroom. Their deputies were met with the stench of feces and urine, as well as the bedroom window boarded up, the wood floor heavily stained, and no carpet throughout the room. A single twin mattress with no box spring or frame was also found inside the bedroom. Laura reportedly told deputies that the bedroom window was secured with wood because the boy tried to sneak out of it. She added that there was once a piece of plywood over the window, but the boy allegedly ripped it off and destroyed his room. The carpet was removed because the boy had used the bathroom on the floor and ruined it, according to Reynolds in the arrest warrant. When deputies asked if the boy was locked inside his bedroom and given a bucket to relieve himself, Laura said her son was the only person who could lock his bedroom door and there weren't other locks. Authorities arrested the couple after believing they had enough evidence to prove the boy was malnourished, neglected, and imprisoned inside his bedroom. The boy corroborated witness accounts and revealed additional evidence with his assigned therapist at Life Skills. The couple was charged with wanton endangerment, unlawful imprisonment, and criminal abuse. Both received a cash bond of $10,000 and were released on Thursday after posting bail. Click the link in the description for the full video. Like,
I'm glad they
comment,
saved that boy's
share.
life, man. That's a main event, baby. Yo, this is what we're about to do. We are about
Planet of the Fakes Global News.
Ooh, that's a good one. We might check that out. I bet. Yeah,
Planet of the Fakes Global
We're going
News.
to play Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune, then we're going to get into the premieres. But I want y'all to check this out right here. King Travis, warning of the virus in 1981. I told you, King Travis don't play. King Travis does not play. He goes on his knowledge hiatuses, but when he comes back, fire! Let's do it. This King Travis, warning of the virus in 1981. Shout out to the King.
And Pigstar, H. News. Disclaimer, all of this is alleged thinking face, thinking face, thinking face, thinking face, thinking face, smiling face with sunglasses, smiling face with sunglasses, smiling face with sun.
King Travis, men don't do that many emojis.
Sunglasses, magnifying glass, tilted left,
Magnifying glass. King Travis.
glass tilted left, magnifying glass tilted left, magnifying glass tilted left. Coronavirus equals CV, C equals 3 plus V equals 22, 3x22 equals 66, COVID equals COVID, God's door. In Gen 3 V22 Adam follows Eve into sin. Society 322 is the Teutonic Brotherhood of Death aka Skull and Bones are Thule Society, Tula is Osiris the Black Sun. Donald Trump's 66th, Gnostics split the KJV into 66 books, Floor Penthouse is a shrine to Apollo, Destroyer, aka Apollyon in Rev 9 V11. Apollo and Coronis Corvus equals Crow, the bird of death crown, had the sun Aesculapius the god of healing to Gnostics called rabbis, Chaldean priests equals RBA, Tikkun Olam, repair the earth means slaughtering 6+ billion people is written in Jesuit militia of Zeus, Pope Francis's teaching paper Laudato Si. Aesculapius is also the god of plague seen in coronavirus, crowned snake venom, i.e. lies. The staff of Aesculapius is the ensign of the World Health Org now advocating a cashless society. The mark of the beast is a cashless society. The WHO declared coronavirus a global pandemic. Pan equals all plus demos equals people. COVID, God's door, C equals 3 Strong's Concordance Abaddon. Destroying angel plus Ovid, sheep, number 19 Strong's Concordance, Ibcha, equals slaughter. The translation is Abaddon, leads sheep to slaughter. C equals 3 plus V equals 22 equals Society 322, Brotherhood of Death. In 2020 Purim aligns with Holi, the rebirth festival of Krishna which means black, yup, same as Marduk it quite clear. Mix the colors of the rainbow and you get black. Krishna is the black son of the black sun. The rainbow represents a return to pre-flood sins God, Yahweh, flooded the earth to eliminate. Sylvia Brown wrote the book, End of Days, Predictions and Prophecies about the End of the World, in 2008. Around 2020 a severe pneumonia-like illness spreads throughout the globe attacking the lungs and bronchial tubes resisting all treatments. 60 GHz 5G millimeter wave radiation inhibits oxygen transfer from lungs to red blood cells resulting in pneumonia-like symptoms. Did she just guess well? How about Dean Koontz writing about Wuhan 400 and Eyes of Darkness in 1981? Or coronavirus starring in a comic book from 1950? The goal is bring together, putrefy the divided, united the purified heart in it. In the Baphomet statue, solve and coagula. Planet of the Fakes science fiction Watchman Travis Files. Click the link in the description for the full video.
That was really deep. And all these videos will be on the channel. Don't worry about if I talk through them. I'll put them on the channel. And everything. Tupac voice. We're about to get into some Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune. Before we get into Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune, I might want to prepare you for it with a quick YouTube video. And even if you don't play now, people will play later. Don't be quiet in the chat. The states are killing you. I'm telling you, states are companies, not places or government. Who the fuck should be quiet? Nobody. People should have 1,000 questions. Because I tell you right now, being loyal to the state and then turning it around, talking shit about it in public, makes it worse for you. Makes it worse for you. You better off not pretending they're a government no more and they can't do shit to you. That's the funny shit. That's the funniest shit. Like, y'all keeping a secret they not a government or a place. Like, you think that's keeping you safe? I told you, that's not smart. Ever since they knew I've been invisible. I don't know what your sons, husbands, and nephews, I don't know what the fuck they doing out there. But I'm invisible to the state. Because they know I'm not in the state, so they don't look at me. I don't look at them. I'm on my business. Get my American thing on. I know you don't know what that is, but, you know, look it up in your state. I don't know. Look it up. But, yo, let's go to YouTube real quick. Because I want to prepare y'all. I don't want y'all out here raising U.S. Army soldiers, raising state fucking police, federal employees and state and city employees, and then when I ask you what the fuck is a state or city, you can't even tell me. You don't think that's betrayal? That's like fuck shit. I'm not saying you a bad person. I'm saying the fact you ain't doing your own research and you're the taxpayer. That's why I'm side-eyeing people. People are the taxpayers. People are the ones that be like, my state, my state, my state. And that's why I'm like, all right, your state. What is a state? Then shit just gets all foggy. Shit start heating up. Corona symptoms, like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I asked that weeks ago. Weeks ago. But again, people swear some white knight in shining armor is gonna come down and save their dumb ass. I bet. Y'all wait for that. Yep, y'all wait for that. But let's go to YouTube real quick, because I just always want to find other people dropping the similar Jew, but they're going to still trick you at the end because, like a lot of people, they know they pretended their whole life to live in a state. So to turn around now and admit that you know a state's a company, where would that put you? Not on the state side. You still want to be on the state side? They owe $24 trillion. That's some funny shit. I don't want to be associated with shit that owes that much money. I don't know about y'all. I would have been disassociating. But people don't know you could disassociate with companies. But again, they don't think state means company, so they're never gonna be able to disassociate it. Look how many people got zipped up. Oh, that's what I should have showed y'all that. The zip code video. Yeah, I want to show y'all the zip code, but we could probably find it on YouTube. Yeah, let's go to YouTube real quick. I want to show y'all the zip code video because, you know, just like people pretend to live in states, they pretend to live in zip codes, and when I ask them what's a zip code, they can't even tell me. And that's what I'm talking about. You think people that got you jumping through all these fire hoops ain't gonna kill you and then act like it was a mistake? Come on, dog. That's the best way to kill people. Oops, sorry. And y'all paying taxes for that? Just to owe? Come on, dog. It's the stupidest shit in the world. But y'all want to be cool like Oprah. Y'all want to go on The View. Fuck those shows. They telling y'all states is places too. Yo, how many people notice that now that we on quarantine and we go to these grown-ass celebrities and adults, you think you gonna get real talk? They haven't been in the business for years. You think they gonna give you real talk? They on there doing DJing, Snoop looking stupid as fuck. They all look stupid to me. I don't know about y'all. I ain't see, you know who's keeping it real? Hocus 4/5, the guy that I showed you, he's keeping it real. And he don't even like what he's doing because he's making the other, like, hip-hop people look bad, and he's not even signed. You see Hocus with the girl, he does that every night. He got people coming on his live every night. They get to talk about Corona, whatever they want to talk about. I respect that. Now, he's not that educated, but he's also caught in that I got to play tough thug and, you know, hip-hop dumb shit. Like, you a father, dog. It's about time for people to start showing intellect already. I don't know about y'all, but that playing tough shit, it ain't going to work on martial law and quarantine. Ain't nobody going to be able to get at you in martial law and quarantine. I don't think it's time to be shunning education. Y'all motherfuckers can play tough from your computer screens under martial law till you get a knock on your door and they drag your baby mothers out. But I'm not playing these games. But I'm over here on YouTube. Let's see if we can find somebody that can explain to us what zip codes are, because for some reason people don't believe me. You know, I'm not the complexion for correction. That's why I don't feel sorry for them. Because they waiting for the state to tell them, oh, we're foreign companies, not places. Y'all really don't gotta listen to us. But since we brainwash you since birth, you don't even have an American bone in your body. But it ain't hard to be American because people already had it in you naturally. You just didn't know what a state was. That's the funny shit. Y'all all act American, y'all just don't know what a state is and don't want to know. That's why you're not American. And remember what I told you, reside, when people ask, do you reside here? Or I don't reside nowhere, I'm on fucking America's side. U.S. is a citizens, they abandoned America to reside with the U.S. foreign company. You can't say it no fucking simpler than that. What you calling a government, in reality, is a foreign company, not a place. America's the place. But like I told you, y'all sitting here running around talking about you a U.S. citizen. What happened to the U.S. of A? I asked people 3 weeks ago, go look through your paperwork. Tell me where it says U.S. of A on your paperwork. You ain't got none. Why you think they getting, hello, prissy, queen of content in here, but why you think people don't got nowhere to go, so they zipping y'all up, throwing you in mass graves, because you pretended to live in a company. You really don't got a right to be buried nowhere. But since they still pretending states are places, y'all getting buried in a state. But in all actuality, they don't even really have a right to bury citizens on America. But since there's no Americans to object to that shit, they could do whatever they want. But let's continue, because I already explained to y'all, if the U.S. was America, y'all would have been screaming, born in the U.S. is A. Born in the U.S. is A. So that tells you the United States ain't America, because the song would have been U.S. is A. So now that we, for a fact, determined the U.S. is not America, I always ask U.S. citizens, where are you? If the U.S. ain't America, where are you? U.S. of, not U.S. is. You see how simple that is? People might black out. Clear the chat. Clear the chat. Let's see, what is the zip code? Because we're about to get into the Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune, and this edition is what a state or city really is. Yeah, of course, you know that. Because as people die in their states and in their cities, I think it's paramount to try to find out what a state or city is. Because I bet in my life, people don't know what the fuck they living in, and people don't know what the fuck they dying in. I don't know about you, I could be wrong, but I'll bet my life, and I've watched a million people bet theirs and lose. What will you do? So, what is a zip code? Let's see, because zip codes, they just got created like in the 60s, so I'm amazed how people live in them. Just like people live in a city and live in a state. Don't you notice a state and a city gotta have zip codes based on a zip code not being a place? That should tell you none of that shit's a place. What zip code you live in? People don't live in zip codes no more? No problem. But let's see, zip code map, how zip codes help organize America. I don't think that's a lie. Let's watch this one.
We hear it over
This video right here, oh, this is the
and
ad.
over from investors. I wish I had bought Amazon or
Shut
Netflix
up.
when they were first recognized.
Between 1940 and... I'll delete this shit off YouTube. It should be on the more-shit.com. But listen, here goes the explanation of zip codes. I already told y'all, District of Columbia, which is a foreign territory, that's why it's the capital of the U.S., which is not America. The U.S. is just a foreign overlay. But in order for them to create a foreign overlay over America, they had to create a system. That system was the zip code. Based on zip codes, they now have an authority across America. It's not American authority, it's just their company. This is how they expanded out of the 10-mile radius that the Americans trapped them in. And they agreed to stay in. They said, hey, we ain't gonna go nowhere but DC, promise. And we left them there. 254 years later, people think the US is America, which is a crime, but that's no problem. This is how they mapped America with the zip codes. Why do you think USA citizens pretend to live in a zip code? Because they created the zip code as an overlay of America. So now that you pretending to live in something instead of on something, like I told Felisa, what do you rather live in? Would you rather live in dirt or would you rather live on dirt? Because right now, y'all believe states are places, which makes them dirt. So now that the state is a place, which is dirt, you're pretending to live in it. You're pretending to live in dirt. What lives in dirt? Nothing. You bury the dead in dirt. Now you see why they say U.S. citizens are not alive. Not only are you claiming to live in dirt, since states are places, and I'm just fucking with y'all belief, not my shit. State is a place, place is dirt, right? People pretending to live in dirt. All right, not alive, but I already told you that they raised the water level in order to have that that admiralty jurisdiction, the land of the sea. And this is why they call U.S. citizens sea monsters, because they raised the sea level so that we're all underwater in their system. This is the type of system people loyal to. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. I'm not killing nobody. You're gonna wake up and hear how many people they killed tomorrow, all right? I don't care. That's on y'all. But this is how they do it with shit like this. So you don't know what a zip code is, but you pretend to live in it. You tell your kids, that's the first thing they teach you as a kid. What you live in. Why they teach you as a kid what you live in, and it's wrong. Then you grow up, and that's the funny shit. You see how they show this map? They brainwash you with this early. They brainwash you with this early. You know why? Because it makes no sense. How could these be places? Look how straight that line is by Texas. Wow. No, the place is this entire shit. These are political subdivisions. That has something to do with politics. So y'all living in something that has to do with politics. That has nothing to do with reality. Politics ain't reality. So now that we understand y'all living in something that's not real, they could do whatever they want to you in it like they're doing. And that's why I ask you, who's the fool? The person playing that they live in the state or the people that work for it? Who's the fool? The ones pretending to live in the company or the people that work for it? Y'all keep thinking the government's dumb. They're not even a government. So who's really dumb? But they teach you this as a kid because they know as a kid, your mind's gonna absorb that, and based off that foundation, you will grow up as an adult miseducated like that. And when I pull this out and I say this is what states are, don't y'all notice I need something to even represent what you live in? That's retarded. You always need a piece of paper to show somebody your state. You always need your phone to show somebody your state. You know why? Because they don't really exist. You was taught that from birth. And I told black people, if U.S. citizenship was a benefit to us, we would never be born it. Y'all can't even get your stimuluses for one or another reason, but they gonna make you born a U.S. citizen and that automatically just because your parents didn't start their own on the land medical facilities, because your parents didn't start their own on the land educational institutions. That's why. And they're never gonna start them because they're too busy pretending the state is a place in the government while it kills you. But that's all good because they're doing it to themselves. You're eating your own children. But let's continue.
Between 1940 and 1960, the amount of mail doubled in the United States. That's largely because companies began using computers to send automated mailings. Soon, the flood of mail sent by banks, advertisers, and other businesses was overwhelming postal workers. The Postal Service needed a solution. In 1963, the Zone Improvement Plan divided the country into 10 regions and assigned 5 digits, increasing in specificity, from region to large sorting centers to smaller post offices. Where previously mail workers had to figure out which post office went with which address, now the zip code provided that information for them. The government promoted the new system with a cartoon character, Mr. Zip, and a new song from the zip code loving band called the Swingin' Six.
So now think about this. If the United States is a company and they created a zip code, that zip code only applies in the company. Why are they showing commercials on television? To trick you into believing you live in the company. And it worked. 2020, do people live in zip codes? Yeah. But prior to creating it, people didn't live in zip codes. Do y'all understand that? Or y'all gonna play state educated?
And it worked. By 1969, 83% of Americans were using zip codes. And between 1971...
So think about it. Think about it. Up until then, people wasn't using zip codes. So why is it necessary on whatever job you pick to put what zip code you live in? That shit ain't got nothing to do with you. That's the post office shit. You were supposed to just be at an address, if that. I told you the address is what puts you in the DC. The zip code puts you in DC. The states put you in DC. This is why they all put you in DC, based on what they use to organize America. And that's what it says. How zip codes help organize America. This is the one truthful, it's not really truthful because I told you what the zip code was created for. It was to get them out of DC. This is how they got out of DC. Remember, at one time, states were American. If you look up states on Google, one of the definitions they'll show you will say organization. So think about it. If a state is an organization, you're having your babies born in an organization. They're not being born in a place. Why do you sell us that lie? If the state is an organization, why is the Board of Ed selling us the lie it's a place? You see how every American could sue the Board of Education? It's a straight lie to teach the kids the state, the city, and the zip code is a place. Or to even ask them what zip code but they make y'all teach your baby that before you go to school. You see how wicked they are and how much compliant y'all are? Not only do y'all apply for the company name, but you even raise your babies and train them to live in a state, city, in an address with a zip code before school. So they just make sure they know that when they go to school. Now that they make sure they know the first thing that's gonna have them in this foreign company for life, the rest falls into place. They'll be signing away their freedom by 18 due to corporate rules. Shit is crazy. But again, these are the people pretending state means place. Born in the USA.
In 1980, the number of pieces of mail that were processed per year increased by 17 billion. But the system was limited. Zip codes are made from
And remember
digits.
I told you, what's the first job of a U.S. is a citizen? To keep the movement of papers. Each U.S. citizen is automatically an employee of the post office. You may not know that, just like you don't know what a state is. Imagine how much stuff you don't know. Every night I break this shit down of shit y'all don't know. Shit y'all never heard of. Shit you don't want to know about. Turn me off, flag me. They not gonna flag me for this. I'm kicking that law. This is lawful talk. Everything on YouTube you hearing is illegal, dog. Every reference they make to living in the state is illegal. It's illegal. I'm the only lawful YouTuber. Because I'm not lying to you like a company's a place and that dumb shit that's gonna get you basically put to death. You trying to overthrow America. You bugging. You think because a company's here overthrowing America and they tricked you into thinking it's a place, that's gonna give you a fucking pass? No, you gonna be the first ones they kill. It's their job to do that. They're here to serve America. Y'all is retarded. Y'all retarded for siding with, hey, what's up, Zah? Y'all kind of retarded for siding with a foreign company overthrowing America, but just because it got a system on the other side of the company that helps you, you allow it. I think 254 years is more than enough time for people to have their own little, even if it's not a broad system, have a little personal system for you and your family. That's what keeps you alive, and that's what's American. You're not worried about everybody. You just kind of worry about your family. You homeschooling them, perhaps. Keeping them on an organic diet, perhaps. Little things like that. You understand? And that's all I'm saying is the same way they tricked you, you could trick them. You understand? But it's not about being invested in them and thinking you're getting a pension in 50 years. It's just not happening.
Unlike the alphanumeric Canadian system,
Hey,
which can
Susie
encode
girl,
more
what's up,
information per...
queen? We just checking out zip codes before we go to Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune real quick.
As America grew, zip codes got longer. In 1983, a 4-digit suffix was added to denote specific addresses, like city.
All right, a lot of people don't know that last code, like you enter, that right there, it doesn't really mean for larger blocks and shit like that. That code right there is some other shit. That code is a little interdepartment language. Like, believe it or not, say how I know what states are, I could indicate that through the zip code. Yeah, it's a code in that. That's what those last 4 digits are for. Like, say you know what states are, and there's even videos on YouTube that show you how to mail any letter with 2 cents. This goes with that, because like I told you, they can't raise prices on Americans. You understand? Due to the fact they don't even deal with American money. So everything that they ever priced for an American is still at that same price. That's why Americans could buy property with coins. You understand? Silver and gold coins, because that's the lethal money. Because no prices ever changed for an American. They can't change the prices. They don't deal in coins anymore. That's why I'm like, y'all bugging. But anyway, that last 4 digits right there, that's certain codes for the elite. Like me knowing what states are, they got a code. No matter what zip code I use, I just add these 3 digits, these 4 digits at the end of it. 0998. And that's like, I'm not property of the territory. I'm aware. I'm at the age of majority. I know y'all company. Don't try to, impose your authority on me. And you got to do this with all the companies. You understand? But you don't do it like that. It's just certain ways you deal with them. Like with the post office, you add the 0998 at the end, or you could just add 998. It don't really got to be 4 digits. You could just add 998. But 998 is like not property of the territories, because that's all America is to the U.S., another foreign territory that it occupies. That's why I said y'all bugging. Y'all citizens of an occupying corporate bankrupt bullshit, thinking you keeping it 100 by acting like it's not important to know it's a company. All right, but let's continue.
Blocks are large buildings. While this update improved delivery, it requires zip codes to be continually managed to reflect changing destinations and delivery routes. Instead of a system dependent on structures, a geocoded zip code would be dependent on place. This gives every point on Earth...
The geo would be descended on place. You hear that? No places in the company, y'all. No places in the... You will never see the word place in any legislature, no laws, nothing. Nothing. You're not going to see place. They'll never use the word place, because that's the one thing they are not. That shit is funny. You see how ill this shit is? But we go around assuming place, and that's what that predictive programming is. Y'all don't think being U.S. citizens is actually a psychological operation. It is. The United States is a project. Why you think y'all owe the world $24 trillion? Y'all better wake up. Y'all not even the U.S. of A no more. Y'all just the U.S. Y'all floating in oblivion.
Instead of a system dependent on structures, a geocoded zip code would be dependent on place. This gives every point on Earth a unique, permanent address. And geocoded deliveries can be sent to specific pickup points at an address. More specificity would also benefit industries that use zip codes for purposes other than sending mail, like analyzing data. In Britain, the Postal Service has already geocoded their system, and London realtors have used that.
Remember, the postal system is a foreign system. After the Americans beat the British in the American Revolution, the deal was we're gonna allow y'all 10 miles, which y'all call DC now. Y'all call this your capital. Those are the British. That's why I say y'all bugging as U.S. citizens. Y'all don't even know y'all British, but we gonna let that rock. Y'all could be fake Americans, yeah, y'all fake. But after they trapped the British in that 10-mile radius, they had to allow them here because we wanted international commerce. What was one of that commerce? What was one of the tools of the commerce? The postal system. So if we would have totally ran the British off America, there would be no international postal system, because that's international. That's not American. I know a lot of y'all think the U.S. Postal Service is American. It is not. The United States is not America. So how the fuck is the United States Postal Service American? You see how your fakeness don't support y'all? You see how it don't support y'all? It's not even the United States of America post office. It's only a handful of those on America. Them shits on your block is corporate substations. But that's the United States Postal Service. The United States is a foreign company. That's their postal service, no problem. But if we didn't allow the British to stay here in one manner or another, there would be no post offices or international commerce bringing steel and other things like that. So that's why they had to be allowed here. The founding people said, it's no way in hell the rest of America will ever let a little 10 mile out of these 50, 60, 100,000 miles on America take over. That's why we're gonna allow them 10 miles. 10 miles these foreign bastards get. 10 fucking miles. There's no way in hell we'll be that pussified that this little 10 mile will be able to even bring an army big enough for the rest of America. 10 miles. They called their foreign 10 miles DC. Remember what I told you? After they kill enough of y'all, they're gonna collapse the states, and then y'all gonna be living in districts. Districts is what happens when they start over. After they lost the American Revolution but still won, we gave them 10. They said this is now the District of Columbia. Don't people pretend to live in the District of Columbia? You're gonna be pretending to live in districts after they collapse your fake ass state. So you see, it's 2020 now. The 10-mile radius got you in your house and you can't come out. 10 miles through the zip code. Through the zip code. But also the paper. The post office is your first job. You are a postal postmaster general. You in charge of paper first thing. Fuck your citizenship. That's your duty. You gotta transport paper. And that's why you have that Social Security, the birth certificate. You walk around for United States dollars. Your laws are called bills. You get a fine. You need ID. You move it papers. You see why the post office is so important? But not only that, the post office is responsible for rounding you up. Yes.
That data to make more detailed maps of housing prices. Without geocodes, American addressing is limited to zip codes and building numbers. Any further detail has to be written. With a geocode, sending...
This is enough of this video. It's really nothing else. You see that DC there though, right? Yeah, you see that DC there. But not only that, president, y'all know what president stands for? Just like I told y'all, resident stands for you reside entities. You resided and you're an entity. You're not a man, you're not a woman, you're an entity. Reside entity. You resided. You left America to reside with a foreign company that's gonna act like America to overthrow it, which puts you in treason and gives them a duty. Get rid of anybody trying to overthrow America. That's why it's funny, because they teach you to overthrow America just so they could get rid of you for America, and that's what they're doing now. They teach you to overthrow it by pretending they are America, and now they can legally get rid of you because their job is to get rid of anybody that ever tried to overthrow America. That's why y'all not smart for being USA citizens, but y'all continue doing that. You can't leave your houses now because of a germ. Continue. But that's what resident means. President means the principal. The principal is the head. But you notice we stay in banking terms. I told you, your dictionary is a banking dictionary. All of y'all looking at Webster's and law dictionaries, no. To know what you're living in, you need a banking dictionary. Find out what principal means, and you're the principal. That's the start of the loan. Principal resident. Don't you notice the principal's the head in the school? But not only that, principal is morality. Morality. He's the moral one. Principal resident, president of the company. District of Columbia, British Columbia is foreign. U.S. citizens, foreign citizens. Common sense. But let's continue. This is why y'all got separate rights. That's why y'all got separate rights. You see how I can break this down as simple as a 6-year-old can understand? This is why y'all got separate rights, because y'all all separate foreign companies. I.e., country means company. So this is why y'all got separate rights. This is why y'all need papers for guns on America. And this is basically why you're signing your life away for breaking corporate rules, because y'all all live in separate companies, united by this land. You're not united by each other, you're united by the land, but the land don't got nothing to do with y'all. That's why the only reason they calling y'all United States, just because you're united by the land, but the land don't got nothing to do with y'all. Y'all companies that don't even acknowledge the land. That's why y'all U.S. now, not U.S. of A. Y'all not acknowledging the land. But it's all good. This is the duty of a U.S. citizen, I guess. I don't know. So we broke down a president, Pennsylvania, that's foreign. Don't y'all know that Sylvania is foreign? But I already broke down New Amsterdam. If New York was called New Amsterdam first, there has to be an Old Amsterdam. Where's the Old Amsterdam? In England. That tells you it's foreign, but y'all gonna ignore that as well. No problem. zip codes, we did
Any
that.
further
Listen.
detail has to be written. With the geocode, sending mail directly to the Oval Office is as easy as remembering.
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. But look, let me see if I can find something else for y'all. Let y'all see some other people that be talking. They don't know what they talking about, but they be talking some truth. Because remember, you could talk about the U.S. as a company all you want. If you turn around and pretend that you live in a state, you are a hypocrite. And you contradicting yourself. But let me see what I could do. I could really scare y'all with some white boys that will scare the living crap out of y'all. Like, look. Nah, we don't need that. And we're about to go to a bulletproof wheel of fortune. This is why I'm kicking a lot of this shit. So y'all will be able to compete. But look at this right here. I hope I could do it. I hope I could do it, man. I hope I can find my boy. Yeah, this is Rob Ryder. Y'all can look at him. I don't mess with him. Yeah, this is Rob Ryder. Rob is cool. You know, Rob is real cool. But you know, you're not supposed to get deeper in paper with these foreigners. You're supposed to be getting out of paper. Yeah, this is Rob Ryder right here. Oh, Rob been getting busy lately. I'm not gonna look at it because, you know, he still believes he lives in a state. But he's cool as hell. Rob is cool as hell. This dude has been here for years. Pastor confronting bad faith. Yeah, he gets deep. He get ecclesiastic with it. He gets into the church and shit like that. And I don't mean to say shit like that. I just mean that I don't think you should be mixing companies in a church, and he does. But Rob Ryder, he has colonial roots. This is the difference between Rob Ryder and I don't know, some people call themselves African Americans. Rob Ryder got colonial roots. You don't got African roots. You let colonists teach you that. You got American roots. So his ideology and theories are gonna always lead him back to the colonies. Yours shouldn't. You let them teach you your roots is in Africa. Your roots are here in America. But you a coward, so you're not gonna die for America. So of course you're gonna act African. And then when they ship you to Africa, all you gonna cloud up with is America. Fake dudes. How many of those pro-blacks moved to Africa before coronavirus came? This should tell you. All them Pan-Africans, did they get caught off guard? What, isn't this the time to be in Africa now? They started killing off black people with coronavirus. Why you're not in Africa? Fakes. Fakes here to keep your butt thinking state means place and there's nothing you could do but be black and die. And it's working. Shout out to Umar and all those fake pro-blacks. I net all of them. Shout out to them. Because they led y'all up to this point. But anyway, let me look for this Rob Ryder shit real quick to show y'all the military script. Just a quick video, just a quick one. Y'all can look at him too. I don't pay him no mind. Cause once he's still into the state of Michigan and all that dumb shit, I don't fuck with that. He gonna be doing that shit for 50, 60, 70 years. And it ain't gonna get him nowhere. They just gonna send him back to England. He's a colonist based on his own teachings. So look. I'm gonna go from the oldest. Yeah, I go to his wall, go to the oldest. He got things here from 8 years ago. All right, look. All right, so I'm over here. Bonafide, nope. Don't try to fuck with him. He got too much shit. And, you know, he got too much stuff. Name your farm or lose your land. Give me one. Oh, here we go. Indictment pleas of the Crown. Wait, let me see. I'm just looking for something cute. Here. Alright. Wait. Alright. Look. Alright. Here. Look. This shit right here is a little snippet of what Rob does. Look. And Rob, you can look at him and, you know, you can start talking some shit and scare the redcoats, but you're not gonna be able to fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Rob is good just to wake you up that they not your government. Anything other than that.
Hey everyone, it's Rob Ryder. Saturday, 1st of September, AD 2012. This video's got, I'm trying to pull a lot of different little pieces together from all the things I've read, studied, thought about, talked about, asked
The
questions.
difference between me and Rob, what I'm kicking is common sense that's in me. I don't need their books, none of that shit. And I'm not knocking people that do need the books, but what did people do before books? That's what I do. I don't do that book shit. I don't need the book shit to explain I'm a man on land and you're a woman. I don't need no book. But you will need a book if you're a subject, a resident, citizen, All them shits came after printing. I was here before printing. That's what I'm on, the before printing era. He's after printing.
Questions about, other people have asked questions. And bring it back together, say, okay, well, what does it all mean, right? And so vacated offices and other defects in due process. Right? Our biggest problem is we're not getting due process. Well, if we're not getting due process, then that's a defect. So what is there we can do about it? And in here, we're going to talk about things about invalid oaths, right? And how that we should be making it known. How we might do that. How you might do it in court. Vacated offices for various reasons. One being because they've taken an invalid oath. They haven't taken the correct oath and refused to take the correct oath, and they vacated the office. That could be a judge, treasurer, county clerk, whomever. So even though you may see an oath, I've got many copies of oaths, right? I'm going to say they're invalid, and I'll show you why here in a bit. In the jurisdiction of various political divisions. There's numerous political divisions within the nation of America. They have different jurisdictions as far as the form of law.
See, he said the nation of America. Nation means company, so he made his first mistake right there. But remember, he comes from a colonial roots. He never wants to claim England, but he's gonna have to. You understand? And look how he just claimed it, by using the word nation. Americans don't gotta use nothing. We don't even gotta use America. We just gotta claim what we on and not what you in. That's it. Whatever, we just listen to whatever the foreigners say they in, I say I'm on. And that's gonna fuck everything up. But you heard him. He said nation of America. They have an American nation. Nation just means company. Nationality means corporatality.
Law that they're governed by. And you can choose which one you'd rather be governed by. The one you can live with. The one that, is common law. The unwritten law of reason. As long as I don't harm somebody or his property, there really isn't a controversy. Right? So, and I can only be sued by a living man. Somebody needs to come forward and take an oath, provide evidence, go before a jury. All that stuff still exists in the right jurisdiction. But the offices may be vacated. Although there's somebody sitting there now with an office, in that office, who thinks he holds the office, but he has an invalid oath. So all these things tie together. And I'll try to, hopefully we'll see when this is all done, how the law was written to cause defects and to cure the defect. So as much as I hate to ask, I have to. If you can donate, please do. If you would like to send it by the mail, I'd like it if you would
8 years ago.
Put it in an envelope addressed like this: Elector Ritlewski, about 5 spaces, Robert-Allen, care of His Embassy Sanctuary, 14 Mile Road Northeast, 10955, the Elemental Republic of Oakfield.
All right, do you see all this? We might just end it here just because this is an example of the foreign shit. Look what he's doing to accept a donation like by mail. He got the company name, which is foreign. Radowski, that don't sound American, which is no problem. No problem. Robert Allen, care of His Embassy. You see this? He wants y'all to write this on the letter. Whatever, 14-mile road, Nebraska, zip code, which puts him in what? Foreign jurisdiction. But he's claiming he's in that jurisdiction via embassy. So he's protecting himself with the words in a way. But I think he's digging himself deeper by even asking for donations this way. Just get an email. And you see the zip code? He got the 8864 and the 55. Where the 55 come from? I'm trying to tell you. But that's that. It's more. This is a 52-minute video. He gets deep. He shows you everything. He shows you how they do it. They do it with the federal overlay. Like I told you, the offices and the buildings, those are on America. But their company doesn't acknowledge America. So they're just calling themselves the U.S. and they in all these buildings on our land operating under a foreign corporate status. You think they operating under the government, you paying them taxes, they supposed to be running. No, no, no. They're a foreign company getting a foreign loan. The pose is your place to act like your government to keep you in debt. You're a constitutor. That means the transfer of debt, meaning you're going to take on somebody else's debt. So you stop being American to join this foreign company to be the collateral for that debt. Come on, dog. Technically, that's it. And that's why they could kill you and call it collateral damage. Because you are constituted to the U.S. corporation. You abandoned being American to reside with a bankrupt foreign company here on one end to overthrow the land and on the second end to lock up and kill anybody that tries to overthrow the land. So they make their own targets. Who would be the first targets? Black people. Don't they make you born a U.S. citizen? I told you, if it was a benefit, they'd be hiding it from our black asses. That's why I side-eye black people that got loyalty to the U.S. Good luck with that. But let's go forward just to show you he's like, this shit is just deep. Do y'all know they got to take an oath to office? That oath to office they taking is of a corporate office. It's not of a governmental office. Remember, they're not a government. So that goes with his whole video, how their oaths of office are not even sworn in. They're not real because they're swearing oaths to a company. Y'all should already know you can't work for a company and the government. Think about it. If the state's a company, who the fuck the governor works for? The company. So how could he ever be an American governor when no governor can work for a company on America? They're not working on America. They're working in the U.S. corporation. You're living in the U.S. corporation. It has nothing to do with America. Yes, it's on America, but you not on America. You in the U.S. corporation. That's why when Felicia tried to ask me, do I live in the U.S., I said no. I live on America. And then I told her, what would you rather live in? Dirt, or would you live on dirt? Every time you say you live in a state, you're saying you live in dirt, because state's supposed to be places. I don't live in dirt. I live on things. I live in my body. And that's where they fuck people up at. They gave you the wrong language to speak that enslaves you. That's why I tell people, be quiet. The more you talking, the more I can see how to enslave you and how you're enslaved. You may not see it, but you don't know what language you're talking. You don't know where you're living at. You don't even know who you are. But you loyal to those that got you that way. No problem. And look what it says. Look, I want to let him read it because it's a good paragraph. This is important, though. This is that shit that people dying not knowing. Because you letting a company run you around. The jurisdiction with which they are invested. This is his type of work.
I
fucked up, my bad. This is his type of work. My bad. Look, I hit the keyboard like a...
Do you have a territorial constitution? You sent me some really good stuff on the territory of Arizona. You probably have a territorial constitution. And there is a functioning government because somebody has taken the right oath, right? It just ain't some of the yahoos we're talking to. Now, Bobby, here's an interesting thing. Bobby in Arizona is doing a traffic case, and he put in a criminal complaint. It generated a meeting with the prosecutor. The prosecutor, wanted to poo-poo it off, so Bobby says, well, I accept your oath, bind you to it, remind you have a fiduciary duty. And his answer was, well, which one? He's got more than one oath. Well, you can only serve one master. So, say this one, the constitutional oath that you're going to find in your state constitution. If it's a federal officer, it's in the federal constitution. If it's a judge, it's a federal constitutional. Even the state judges take a federal constitutional oath. So really, they're all under the jurisdiction of the federal government.
Federal means foreign.
And that's real powerful to know, because we can complain about that. Political vision is a term of art, of geography, defining the concept of a geographical region accepted to be in the jurisdiction of a particular government entity.
You see that? You see how they finagle? Listen to that. That's describing what you're living in. This is this political subdivision. But listen to how they describe it. They don't describe it like state is this from this. They said the geographical that the entity is doing business on. That's what they're saying a territory is. The geographical area that the entity is doing business on. Listen, I'm going to rewind to just 10 seconds. This shit is deep. Because they know they can't say the states are places.
Accepted to be.
If the states are places, y'all got to arrest everybody that's in office based on the fact your rights are not supposed to change. So the fact that I would need a gun license for Georgia and then a different one for Florida, they got to be arrested. That's overthrowing America. We don't need a piece of paper for nothing. Piece of papers just came with those states. Those states just came in the, 1700s? So you mean to tell me in the 1700s, way after the American Revolution, paper is now warranted for your rights? No, that only applies to the U.S. corporations. But remember, foreigners don't have no right to do anything on someone else's land. So what the U.S. does is they occupy the entire land, so there's nobody to stop the foreigners they allow on it in their company. Now that, and that's the immunities. Remember, they only give you benefits, privileges, and immunities. The immunity is they allow you to do all this shit on other people's land. But they could take that immunity away at any time when it benefits the company. See how they could kill your sons? Because they already here illegally under just a company. They never established being a man, American men. No, they don't got nothing on the land, no property. They don't even exist in real life. They only exist in the company. If you only exist in a company, they could get rid of you. That's company business. See how it works? Y'all think living in states is real life. That's the fake shit. Your real life is when you walk out that door, when you see your neighbor. You notice ain't no state in between y'all? State is behavioral. Remember that. They got to teach you what a state is. They don't. But they teach you how to operate in one. Sneaky foreigners. Sneaky foreigners, comrades.
Of geography, defining the concept of we can and that's real powerful to know, because we can complain about that. Political vision is a term of art, of geography, defining the concept of a geographical region accepted to be.
The political subdivision, they're saying this shit is art. They saying this shit is art. They saying the land is art. Why would they say it's art? Because what do you do with art? You normally paint on it. And remember, companies only deal with paper. So I wouldn't be surprised if they make land something type of paper something. But listen.
So, say this one, the constitutional oath that institution. Judges take a federal. And that's real powerful to know, because we can complain about that.
Listen.
Political division is a term of art, of geography, defining the concept of a geographical region accepted to be in the jurisdiction of a particular government entity. Okay, so it's a, geographical region's a territory. So a territory accepted to be in the jurisdiction of a particular government entity. Okay, well, I'm going to say it's a organized government, which is the township is organized government through the Organic Act, which is Northwest Ordinance. I can live with those organic laws.
And that's why I don't fuck with Rob. Because Rob just brought an ordinance and all this dumb shit. I could live in those laws. No. You can't live in company nothing, Rob. And that's where he messed up at. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to be consenting to none of this. You're not supposed to be consenting to nothing that got codes. Y'all go to court, U.S. versus you broke code. You don't think that's American? I told you, foreigners gotta use code. They don't want the natives to know what they talking about. So you go to court, U.S. versus your black butt. You broke code 7, U.S. code 1354, 30. You don't think that's a company? You don't think that's a company. You broke United States code, blah, 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 blah. They played y'all, dog. Y'all getting played right out of existence right now. But it's all good. They got that right to do it. You in their company. They not on your land. You don't recognize the land. You're in a state. But that's no problem. I'm going to let Rob play for a little while. We got Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune coming right
Pretty
now.
territory is a legal term of art in the United States.
Then we're going to the main
law,
events. It's going to be worth it. The main events is good, man. CEO. Remember, CEO never knew what a state or city was. Veteran, y'all. Found dead in her home. Coronavirus. Job denies liability. Federal CEO. Yep. But we're about to do the Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune.
Area controlled by the government of the United States, but which is not part of the United States proper. Okay? So unincorporated territory is in the United States. It's an area controlled by the government of the United States, but which is not part of the United States proper. So it's not part of the organized states, is how I see that.
Unincorporated, he said.
An insular area, this is another one of the political divisions, is a United States territory that is neither a part of one of the 50 states, so it's not one of the organized states, nor the District of Columbia, so it's not in the District of Columbia. That's a particular piece of land, the Federal District of the U.S. So if you look at the way this thing is written, after it says an insular area is the United States territory, comma, and then you don't see another comma till
to tell me where he
the Federal District of the U.S. You could take out that shit in the middle, and it would read, an insular area is the United States territory, the Federal District of the U.S. Right? That's what you're in.
I told you it's a straight
They are called insular for the Latin word island because they were once administered by the War Department.
The War Department.
The United States territory includes any geography under the control of the United States.
You hear that?
A territory
That's how
of
they
geography.
got you out of America.
Right? So it's a territory and it's under the federal government. That includes various regions, districts, and divisions are under the supervision of the United States federal government. The United States territory include clearly defined, again, territories, and refers to an area of land, air, or sea under the jurisdiction of the United States federal government. All these are lowercase federal governments. Authority, but not limited only to these areas. The extent of the territory is all areas belonging to and under the dominion of the United States of America, small f federal government, which includes tracts at a distance from the country for administration and other purposes. So, they're talking about you being in Germany or something having a problem, right? If you're actually considered your body's part of the U.S. territory and it's under federal law and nobody better mess with it. Small f federal law is just the law of nations. It's the organic laws. It's the best kind of law you can find. If you don't like that, you can go live in the woods and eat fruits and nuts.
Hey, yo.
But if you want to be part of a community, you're going to have to agree to a certain set of laws. And right now, because we've checked boxes in the past we've agreed to be in the wrong freaking jurisdiction.
Real talk.
All I'm saying is we want to go back to these
boxes.
insular areas. A
That's the
township
realest
is
shit
an
he
insular
said.
area. A city's an insular area, right? It's its own little island. And it's surrounded by, you know, a foreign nation. Once you claim it as your island, it's surrounded by a foreign nation. It just became your embassy.
Let me pause it. A city, what he said, it's his own little island surrounded by a foreign nation. What is D.C.? The same thing. That's what I try to tell y'all. Districts are everywhere because they started off with districts. You understand? First, they brought the colonies. Colonies turned to states. States went to war with Britain. Britain had to drop a district. Then they dropped multiple districts over the states. Then they came with the zip codes. Now they got people back in FEMA districts. Call me a liar if you want. You don't even know what a state is, but I'll be a liar. And that's the point I'm making, is just wake up. Because y'all thinking the shit you can't explain to me in the back of your mind's going to take care of you. No problem. No problem. That's that self-love. No problem. I understand. I created the corona, matter of fact, right? I know. I got FEMA camps for you to go to and press conferences while y'all don't got ventilators. Yeah, I know. That story that I'm going to show you tonight, if they don't got her back, they don't got nobody back. U.S. Army veteran, 39, no kids, Federal C.O, didn't show up for work, checked on her, gone from corona, not from her job though. She's an essential employee that went to work every day, found dead in a job, dead in a house.
Because those insular areas are in.
Let's get into this bulletproof wheel of fortune. Is everybody? Yeah, that's all day. Zah, we here. Hey, everybody, y'all ready to play some bulletproof wheel of fortune? What states and cities really are? It's not hard. It's pretty simple, and it's not that long. Probably about 8 of them. Y'all just let me know. We could turn him on. We could turn him off. Play some music. We could keep him on and just play the game. Let me know. Music or Rob. 1 music, 2 Rob. Bulletproof wheel of fortune about to start. Knowing y'all, I don't know. I knowing y'all want the music. I'm down for whatever. It don't matter. Rob or the music. We got 2 premieres coming. Rob or the music. We can even start the premieres. But I don't want one music, yeah. I don't want to start the premieres because I want y'all to see the premieres. One is how Africans being treated again, and the other one is the Federal C.O. Here go the music. Here go the music. Here goes the music. I know a lot of people probably don't like this. I like this song though. Jasmine.
Hey, New
Elin.
Yorkers, do your
Jasmine
part to stop
Elin
the spread of
husband, Trill Bands. All right, it's me, V. I music bet. Yep, I got the music here. We could just close Rob. Rob, we go with you, Rob. Yeah, we go with Rob, but Rob is still around. Remember I told you about the other guy that used to live in New Mexico and wind up studying so much he ended up in Puerto Rico? Puerto Rican prison. Still haven't heard from him. Still haven't heard from him. Yeah, I still haven't heard from that dude. So, yo, let's get into this, man.
James is a beekeeper.
They gave us 2 ads. I'm starting to hate SoundCloud. I might have to start taking donations just so we could pay not to have ads. I could download all the songs, but I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Give the Americans their money. Yeah, give the Americans their money. Let those ads play in silence. But give the Americans their money. That's why I don't download the songs. I want them to get their money. They got me monetized. I might come back to this shit in a couple of years and have millions.
It's Cardi, man.
So y'all know how Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune.
Nobody gave a shit about what we gave a shit about, you know.
Bulletproof Wheel of Fortune is just like the Pat Sajak Vanna White. Only thing the letters turn themselves. And this is how it goes. You can answer as many times as you want. You just gotta answer in one statement. You can't do back of the yard in three comments. You gotta be 1 comment. And you can't do it back to back. You gotta give somebody else a chance to do some bulletproof related before you can give a back-to-back answer. So you gotta give an answer, then let somebody else answer till you can give another answer. This way we won't have people hogging the chat, you know what I mean? So with that being said, this edition is what states and cities really are. After my yapping and japping, there should be no question to what states and cities are. And if you want, I can have the slides even showing you, but I'm not gonna do that. That'll make it too easy. But let's get into it.
So why the fuck they round town trying to see what's up with me? Niggas don't wanna see what I keep under the sea. So you better think 2 times before you think coming for me. First you start chasing the money, I run away with the cash. Niggas be hating so hard, I be like, why you so mad? This grinding is passion for this rap shit, I get that from my dad. This blood, sweat, and tears through the years, spit all of his pay. I don't know you niggas nothing, man, you niggas bluffing. Bet you won't bust the end of this discussion, talking about nothing.
Boy, you talking about nothing.
Say I'm gonna get it, gotta go get it.
What? King and queens of content, who said we not? Get your butt in the house, get under the covers, turn off the lights.
Never gave us nothing. Seeing the game up, got out the mind.
I don't know you nothing.
Minutes blood, sweat, and tears that I put in the shit. I don't know you nothing. My mama told me go get it, I got the ticket.
I'm too slow. Let me speed it up.
Never gave us nothing. Seeing the game up, got out the mind.
You're going too slow, coach. You're going too slow.
Sweat and tears that I put in the shit. I don't know you nothing. My mama told me go get it, I got the ticket. I'm about to kill it.
My phone never loved me.
Come on.
Had to get what I get. When I was 5, I always told my mama had dreams that I'ma be rich. Motherfucker didn't believe me. When I got it like Stevie. Pussy nigga, you can't see me. I'm out of town drinking out of a kiwi. Motherfuckers know. They didn't think I do it. Ride around learning influence. You just drinking all living through them. Motherfuckers know. They didn't think I do it. Ride around learning influence. You just dreaming all living through them.
Never loved us, not a motherfucker. Now I'm out of picture like a bad doctor. Remember firing shots at like 5 niggas for trying to aspire. Now I'm back off a Federal being eating beats with El Cordy, just edible shit. Mama moving that way, just a matter of flip. Dipped on them trip, yeah. 46 months in the penitentiary, this a documentary. I got a minute, stay on bullshit. 33 is stretched, long nose.
Nah, I mean, got that one.
I'm tripped.
Come on.
I ain't showing no sympathy for these niggas. I'm fresh off the beat, man. Fuck these niggas.
Motherfucker never loved us. Never gave us nothing. Seeing the game up, got out the mud. I don't owe you nothing. Minutes blood, sweat, and tears that I put in the shit. I don't owe you nothing. My mama told me go get it. I got the ticket. I'm about to kill her. Motherfucker never loved us. Never gave us nothing. Seeing the game up, got out the mud. I don't owe you nothing. Minutes blood, sweat, and tears that I put in the shit. I don't owe you nothing. My mama told me go get it, I got the ticket, I'm about to kill him. I'm about to kill him, man. Me and my niggas, we here. We here.
Yeah. It's your boy EZ. Yeah.
US is 8, foreign it is, soldier.
Let's go. Niggas hating, looking stupefied. They see me rolling easy, super fly. On that dro, looking super high. And you know my motto, nigga, do or die. And I be shining like an LED. Team fucking bitches down.
Why you think all the emblems is colonists with the natives? Because they foreign. The colonists did deals with the Americans, foreign. To run companies on America, foreign.
Then we go to war. Lighting up the night like there's no tomorrow. Easy, walking through the smoke. They ain't see me coming, yeah, I'm a ghost. East Coast.
This shit look crazy right here, right? This shit look crazy. All facts. All facts.
These niggas ain't bout it. Talking all that chit chat about they click.
This is all facts. Watch this.
Them niggas can't handle me.
All
Them niggas
facts.
can't handle me. Them niggas can't handle me. Them niggas can't handle me. I'm bringing the pain. Going insane when I'm bringing the rain. Whenever you wanna, however you wanna. I couldn't complain when I'm spraying them things. I say them niggas can't handle
can't handle me. These niggas can't handle me.
I see you with your girl, yeah, y'all so cute.
Come on.
But I already smashed, she
You
old
old
news.
news.
She get around like the cold flu. So you better strap
What that
the
say?
nigga
Into Niminis. Incorrect, nah, I mean, good China.
known, yeah, it's time to eat. Murder Mike, yeah, he run the streets. So you know we bout a nigga, man, bring the peace. We got him shook, looking petrified.
All facts in this. All facts in this.
If you hating, then test the guy. And we gon' make sure nobody testifies. Looking fresh, VIP in the nightclub. Bitches staring cause I shine like a light.
It's a hard one tonight.
Champagne, pour it up. Two women by my side and they wanna fuck. These niggas
Establish it. Incorrect, Soldier Girl. Niggas can't handle me. These niggas can't handle me. Them niggas can't handle me. Them niggas can't handle we. It's me, V. Establishments. They all have established dates. Look at the Constitution. Establishments. It's me, V. Got one. Good one. It's me, V.
I'm a queen for the king, huh? I'm a, yeah.
Exactly, Prissy V. Established date on the Constitution.
Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? Yeah, whole cup full of codeine, huh? Put a bounty on your whole team, huh? I ain't gotta touch a triple beam now, yeah. But I work that chopper with that beam on it, yeah. Walked in, Alex, I'm a queen on me, yeah. Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? I'm a king, everybody say, crib by the lake, L's on the gate, you got a whole lot of time, but we got 308. I got a whole lot of, he can't wait to bake the cake, yeah, for my dogs, I'ma go. I got young, they can't wait to catch a body for they bro. Like a hurricane, we gon' fuck the whole scene up. Like a hurricane, we gon' fuck the whole scene up, yeah, all the love came. Then the dog came, some of my dog chain, some of my call chain. Yeah, can't believe we already on ball, man. And I really spent a quarter on my dog chain. Yeah, Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? Yeah, whole cup full of codeine, huh? Put a bounty on your whole team, huh? I ain't gotta touch a triple beam now, yeah. But I work that chopper with that beam on it, yeah. Walked in, Alex, I'm a queen on me, yeah. Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? I'm a king, shout out to the Crips in the blood, who gon' bust some? I ain't really never had no love for no fuck boy. I ain't really never put my trust in no fuck boy. Yeah. Never gave no fuck about no niggas. We got ammunition. Nigga pillow talking with they bitches all in they feelings. Cold-hearted nigga get the boy missing. Yeah, cold young bitch with a whole ticket in it. Whole ticket in it. I was walking in the building. I got your bitch with me. I went yellow bone crazy. I got so many bitches. I got so many killers. I got so many different kinds of. Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? Yeah, whole cup full of codeine, huh? Put a bounty on your whole team, huh? I ain't gotta touch a triple beam now, yeah. But I work that chopper with that beam on it, yeah. Walked in, Alex, I'm a queen on me, yeah. Alex, I'm a queen for the king, huh? I'm a king, Think it's a game.
That's my joint right there. Oh, I can vote to it. I gotta give you another point, I know.
Slimsy's in a cut. Gang in this bitch. Let's get it. Gang. Let's get it. I got all the clout. It's fuck the ops and what they talking about. 30s, 50s, drugs, bitch, I air them out. All these thoughts on my dick. bitch, I air 'em out. All these thoughts on my
Not government. SVP and Frizzy B face to face. SVP got it.
Now foreign bitches tryna fuck me from my bank account. I tell all these basic hoes, I just want them out. And if shit about
You gotta start jumping the gun, Frizzy B.
pull up on the ops block to see what they about.
You gotta start random thoughts early, Frizzy B. SVP is the queen of this stuff.
With them pistols out.
Oh, wait. Incorrect. SVP came back with the S on the top. Yup, SVP got it right. Soldier Girl, you was right there with the S. Soldier Girl, she took that from you. Soldier Girl, your dedication, your patience. All the clout.
It's fuck the ops and what they talking about.
Good one, SVP.
30s, 50s, drugs, bitch, I air 'em out. All these thoughts on my dick, cause I got all the clout.
I got all the clout.
I got all the clout.
Nothing but receipts is what I'm talking about everywhere. The real king of receipts. What you living in, the body politic.
All these thoughts on my dick, cause I got all the clout.
Cloud up, bitch. Gang, gang, gang. Tell a fuck boy to get his cloud up.
Debt per citizen. Once I saw that, I said, I'm out of here. I ain't getting paid shit. I said, y'all can take that citizenship, shove it till I need it. Yeah, y'all can shove that citizenship till I need it. You can shove that citizenship till I need it. That's why they want that 5G. So they can see them citizens, boy. So they can see them citizens, boy. They gonna be looking through your halls. You gonna be going to work. They gonna be saying what type of position, sex positions people been in the night.
I don't give a fuck who fucking seen on Twitter. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you niggas is talking about, nigga.
Come on, let's do it.
Shit, dog.
They tried to call me out. They forgot a real nigga don't need clouds. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out. They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about. They tried to call me out. They forgot a real nigga don't need clouds. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't
Look how many millions it went up. Oh my
about what
gosh,
I'm
it was at 161. It's at 206 million now. We was at 180, a matter of fact. It went up 27 million in that time. I can't believe 28 million got added to the debt in the time of this life. 28 million more dollars.
Every day it's a new problem, a new issue in these streets. So I keep these magazines, I flip through them, I don't read. Sucker niggas being sweet, tryna throw off my energy. The opposition pushing lines, unleashing my energy. My girl's supposed to be my rock, but she acting real rocky. I swear it's me against the world, and they all tryna stop me. That's why I be shaking sometimes randomly like, oh, get off
that's
me.
what it is.
I be killing petty niggas if they could, they come home.
Nigga, if you would have been there
Dirty
tonight.
dog.
They tried to come
Foreigners, man, they're not dumb.
They forgot a real nigga don't need clouds. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out. They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about.
Not over, y'all. It's not over.
They tried to call me out.
Anybody can still
They
win.
forgot a real nigga don't need clouds. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out. They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about. Sometimes people line up to themselves that they believe in. Now these vanilla cookie niggas talking like they been seasoned. This is blasphemy. Track I would cast you out like some demons.
Yeah, that would make the deck grow, but we haven't seen that growth yet. Remember, nothing really got passed yet. When they borrow the $2 trillion, you gonna know, because it's gonna go from 24 to 26. And it's gonna start going faster. That's what happens. It goes faster and faster.
On that PT PTSD shit. In school they said we wouldn't be shit when we was just trying to survive. Selling crack with them creatures in the cracks and creases, standing in the trap with our trinkets.
I'ma move it and let you see the real deck. That's not the real deck.
Get the fuck about my penis. Been trapping since I was a fetus. In the sea with the leeches, where many die from the deepness. They don't die from the bleeding. I hear the cries and the screaming. Young niggas can't even be men because we all out here squeezing. Lil' bro spazzing on everybody, including this girl. Cause he feel like he just a street nigga in a square man's world. So much resentment, you can sense it. Niggas been in the trenches, and then they have to witness squares doing shows and taking pictures. While we get 86s, so shot up and taken to prison. And no one wants to listen. They having the most amazingest Christmas. If you think this shit's diverse, you have the haziest vision. We get tokens, but they don't fuck with the rest of us niggas. Happy music, happy fluid. Get too real, then they mute it. In my city, they make sure the street niggas aren't included. Do you know how hard it is to get yourself out the trap?
Man, have the governments with the S, soldier girl. It's me, V came and corrected it. I know I said that.
And still keep
nah,
all
you didn't get governments with the S.
All this progressive, liberal, Democrat shit is just an act. They'll be the first to say fuck Trump, but just please watch how they act. We got some shit for that though. This shit is way more than just rap.
Total person debt.
Yeah.
Total personal debt. That shit great.
They forgot a real
look at
nigga
the total
don't
personal
need cloud. They forgot I still got
it's
stripes.
equal
I ain't
to the national
out.
debt.
They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about.
Bank interest paid.
They tried to
bank
me
interest
out.
paid.
They forgot a real nigga don't need cloud. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out. They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about.
Don't give a fuck if no. Don't fucking give a fuck about me. Don't give a fuck if Melissa Darby don't give a fuck about me. Don't give a fuck about Ariana DeBoo, goddammit, my nigga. I'm telling the fucking truth. And if I can't tell the truth, fuck everybody in this goddamn shit. Fuck up.
They tried to call me out. They forgot a real nigga don't need cloud. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out. They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about.
And that's usdeadclock.org, Chrissy.
They forgot a real nigga don't need cloud. They forgot I still got stripes, I ain't cashed out.
A minimum.
They forgot that they ain't about what I'm about.
Fuck up.
I'm about to turn it up. We're about to get tough, man. I gotta get tough with y'all right now. What does that say? It's me, V came back. You see how they do it, Soldier Girl? Soldier Girl, you see how you had to wait for somebody else and they came with the correctness.
Everybody out there in the crowd.
Come on, let's do it. It's me, V got that. It's still not over, y'all. Plenty of fakes. This the tiebreaker round. No, not tiebreaker. Oh, was that? What? Oh shit, that last one was worth the equivalent to what V had. Anybody could have won, so you got 4 points for that, it's me, V. This is the last one. This is for the runner-up. It's me, V. Don't mind sitting out for this one. I hope it. Yeah, this is the last one. It's me, V. You won. This is for the runner-up. If it's me, V, you can still answer, I guess, but I'm taking everybody else's answer. Let's do it. Planet Face. We some real big speakers.
Shit, I'm scoring flippers, ain't nobody won't look. Losing focus, burning soda, trying to win off a cook. Thinking situated, if I could just get to a book. Go to Texas, grab a hook and put that bass in the hood. Bitch, I got weight in the hood. I'm up and ranking the hood. Miley Soda's on it, I no longer stay in the hood. Quiet as kept, I was the first to put that H in the hood. With big monkeys, I'm sipping lean.
Oh, that joint is a square. That shit is a grenade. That's a grenade.
See me trap, do a 90. It's a quarter key eater. Hold it down when I'm on lock. Calling shots from the box. Diamond teeth full of rocks. I'm a real big speaker.
Come on.
Salam alaikum.
I'm a real big speaker.
I'm a real big speaker. Hey, look, shout out to my bitch. I was penitentiary. In the streets, I do my shit. I could really feed people. I'm a real big
feed people.
I hold it down for the bread when a car. I swore on the guard with non-believers I fuss and fought. COVID is fair, but it come with it all. In my pocket, I got funds. Metroton love, chances making champions.
Metroton
love. I am him, keep staring in this bitch. I am turned in the party, diamonds dancing in this bitch. Crack a smile. God. verses. Till two-seater presidential when I step. Had to catch
my breath.
She seen the Cartier. Got cardiac arrest. You know what happens next.
I'm a real big speaker.
I'm a real big speaker.
Come on. Everything said in this bulletproof wheel of fortune is researchable.
I'm a real big speaker. I don't feel no
Ask Siri.
I ain't got no bodyguard in the streets or on the walk. I'm a real big speaker.
I know y'all got Siri.
I'm a real
Ask
big
Siri.
speaker. Hey, look, shout out to my
Owned
bitch.
by the
I was
chains.
in the streets, I do my shit. I can really feed people.
Come on.
Sit down while they come my key.
Owned by the crown. Soldier girl.
Because it just, you know, it was about the vibe. It was about the audience. Thank y'all for being here fucking with me.
Owned by the chain. If you're not ready to vote, do ready to vote.
That real gangster shit. It's that fly shit.
They gonna make sense. Owned by the crown. Yup, Frizzy B. Yo, everything in that is researchable. I will upload that probably to like the Planet of Fakes channel. Yeah, I'll upload the game. Everything in there is researchable, but you can ask Siri. If you got Siri, say Siri, what's a body politic in corporate? And Siri will tell you. And then you can ask Siri, is a city a body politic in corporate? Siri will tell you. Is a state a body politic in corporate? Siri should tell you. Ask Siri, is a person a body politic in corporate? Siri will tell you. I couldn't have Siri. I have Siri telling people shit and people would say Siri's lying. But then when they ask the same question to Siri, they get the same answer.
Split cells.
Let's go to the main
tools
event.
of tomorrow. We are a team of 1 million unique
Ask Siri,
and powerful
what's a body
individuals.
politic in corporate?
Join forces
Keep it
with
100.
us, and you can take on anything.
Keep it 100. Ask Siri if the state's a company. I'll sue Siri if Siri tell me the state's a place. It bet not. Siri made that shit up. Yeah, New York is a place between Pennsylvania and Delaware. Fuck out of here, Siri. Siri, don't try that shit, Siri. Give me 1 second. Let's get to this main event. Let's get to this African main event. King Ben. King Ben has a bone to pick with the Chinese Municipal Corporation. Even China is a corporation, y'all. What is the exact name of that? What do they call that? Mao? What's the true name? Tao? What's the true name for Asia? I forgot the true name for it. China is actually the United States of China. I mean the United States of that original land. I forgot what they call it. Anybody in the chat know what they call it? Let's check this out. Little 15-minute joint. I'm gonna shut my mouth, get some ice. Anybody know the name of the actual land China's on? Sioux. The Sioux, yeah, the Sioux. Those are the United States of the Sioux. China's the United States of the Sioux. But even Russia had United States, USSR. The United Soviet States Republic. Yeah, they all got states. They trying to act like states is an American thing. Them shits are global. That's why I said foreigners, it's a foreign company. Stop thinking the U.S. personal and private to you. It's not. You like they 5th or 6th customer. You wasn't even the first. You didn't even take the U.S.'s virginity. You got the U.S. after an STD. That was good exercise for the brain. Yeah, that's all researchable. That's how we do it over here. This is the main event. King Ben is credit for this.
Here we came too far. In the darkest days, don't know where we are or who we are. Here we came too far.
I be bugging out too, throwing my little 2 cents in. Hey, Deborah. Hey, I be throwing my little 2 cents in there too, though. Don't get me wrong, my 2 cents be coming in a lot of these videos.
Don't know where we are or who we are. Here we came too far. In the darkest days.
Hey, what up, y'all? Planet of Fakes here. Global news. And I did a quick video on Africans being mistreated in Africa. And anybody that keeps up with me, I tried to warn Americans about trying to flee America, attempting to escape the United States, foreign company posing as a place in the government. Yeah, remember probably when Obama, like his last couple of years in office, a whole bunch of people were planning on going to Africa or leaving the United States in order to flee from tyranny. And what did I tell people? I said the worst thing you could do is leave America during tyranny. You don't got nowhere else in the world you got a right to fight for. Meaning if you go to Africa, you don't got a right to fight an African over nothing. There's no wrong when you in somebody else's country. The United States is citizens is the only ones that let people from all across the globe come to America and treat them like sons or do-boys and do-girls, and people raise their kids to even look up to foreigners in America. Nowhere else in the world does a land raise their children to look up to foreigners like people do that believe U.S. is America when the United States ain't America. But at the end of the day, they will learn their lesson. But I warn people about leaving your homeland, trying to escape tyranny. You need to stay there and get rid of the tyranny, because tyranny's all over the globe and you ain't got no right to fight nowhere else, and ain't nobody gonna fight for you nowhere else. Show me where the Chinese are fighting for the Africans' rights to make a living. They gotta stay indoors, but without rent money, they're gonna get evicted. So a lot of them is just being evicted, and that's why you see them sleeping in the street. Anyway, check this video out. Planet of the Fakes Global News. Shout out to King Ben for this and somebody else. I can't remember who shared this McDonald's joint. I think it may have been Prissy B. But shout out to the Planet of the Fakes group. We in there.
Planet of the Fakes Global News and Pigstar HH News. McDonald's in China bans black people. McDonald's apologizes. U.S. Consulate warns African Americans not to visit region. By James Barrett, DailyWire.com. Tianhe McDonald's, Guangzhou, China, on Wednesday, April 4, 2007. Bloomberg, contributor, Getty Images. Facebook, Twitter, Mail. A McDonald's restaurant in Guangzhou, China, a city which contains one of the communist country's largest African communities and is frequently visited by African traders, banned black people from entering the restaurant, an action which McDonald's Corporation has since condemned and resulted in the temporary closure of the store. Amid reports that local officials have ordered other stores to bar people of African origin, the U.S. consulate in the city has warned African Americans against visiting the region. The controversy surrounding the Guangzhou McDonald's began over the weekend amid reports that one of its restaurants in the city was specifically banning black people. The group Black Liberty China, which describes itself as documenting 360 degrees of black experiences both in China and in relation to China for the benefit of our global community, tweeted out a video featuring a notice presented at the restaurant which reads in part, "We've been informed that from now on black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant." Black Liberty China, at Black Liberty CN. Again, for those who still doubt that black people and particularly #Africans in China are being targeted, we feel it is our duty to share this. A sign at McDonald's restaurant seems to make this perfectly clear. Embedded video, 7839. 12:29 p.m., April 11, 2020. Twitter ads info and privacy. 8,953 people are talking about this. McDonald's Corporation has since responded, stating that the restaurant's discriminatory action is not representative of our inclusive values, and announcing that the store was temporarily closed. As a brand, as a company, and as more than 2.2 million people serving nearly 120 countries around the world, this is not representative of our inclusive values. Immediately upon learning of an unauthorized communication to our guests at a restaurant in Guangzhou, we immediately removed the communication and temporarily closed the restaurant, read the statement. The U.S. consulate in Guangzhou is now warning African Americans against visiting the city. In a health alert issued Monday, the consulate describes reports of discrimination against African Americans in the city. Event: discrimination against African Americans in Guangzhou. In response to an increase in COVID-19 infections, officials in the Guangzhou metropolitan area escalated scrutiny of foreign nationals. As part of this campaign, police ordered bars and restaurants not to serve clients who appear to be of African origin. Moreover, local officials launched a round of mandatory tests for
Asian is actually the
COVID-19,
foreign
followed
label.
by mandatory self-quarantine for anyone with African contacts, regardless of recent travel history or previous quarantine completion. African Americans have also reported that some businesses and hotels refuse to do business with them. The U.S. Consulate General advises African Americans are those who believe Chinese officials may suspect them of having contact with nationals of African countries to avoid the Guangzhou metropolitan area until further notice. Without advance warning,
Outside and took the keys and went away, so I couldn't go outside anymore. My friend just told me you are safe. They told me you are safe. I was like, can I have the paper to prove that? They was like, there's no paper. It's okay. Just know you're safe. I was like, okay, so now I can go wherever I want because I'm safe. It was like, not anymore. Like you can't go outside. You have to stay put. It's just procedure right now in Guangzhou. I felt like discriminated because, you know, I'm black, and right now everyone thinks black people have the virus.
Everyone now think black people have the virus.
officials might require such individuals to submit to a COVID-19 test and undergo 14 days of supervised quarantine at their own expense. All U.S. citizens in China are subject to local law. If you violate Chinese laws, even unknowingly, you may be arrested, expelled, or imprisoned. The Chinese legal system can be opaque, and the interpretation and enforcement of local laws may be arbitrary. The judiciary does not enjoy independence from political influence. U.S. citizens traveling or residing in China may be subject to heightened scrutiny by Chinese local law enforcement and state security. They should carry identity documents at all times. As reported by CBS News on Tuesday, some African governments have also weighed in on the reports of discrimination against people of African origin, including Nigeria and Ghana. China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian attempted to dismiss the controversy as U.S. propaganda and insisted that, "Our friendship with Africa is unbreakable," CBS reports. "It is immoral and irresponsible to sow discord when we need solidarity," he declared. "We urge U.S. to focus on COVID-19 at home and stop driving the wedge between China and Africa. The Chinese government has attached high importance to the health and safety of foreign nationals in China," he claimed.
Shut your black
"We treat them equally and reject any discriminatory measures in our outbreak response. It is immoral and irresponsible to sow discord when we need solidarity. We urge U.S. to focus on COVID-19 at home and stop driving the wedge between China and Africa. The Chinese government has attached high importance to the health and safety of foreign nationals in China. We treat them equally and reject any discriminatory measures in our outbreak response." Full video link in the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, and if you have time, go to
They said, shut your black mouth. Let's see what this is about. King Ben special. How pregnant African can't get medical treatment going into labor.
Hospital now. But
King Ben.
This is the place. Hopefully they don't send us away, which I actually expect.
Pregnant, trying to get going into labor in China as an African during COVID. I feel sorry for pregnant women going into labor.
Okay. I want to
be Chinese.
No, I don't speak Chinese. Okay. Check.
The chip in identification.
Waiting.
Wait.
Waiting 等一下，问一下好。
And to Chinese people, African and black is like Japanese to Chinese to us. We don't know the difference. We see a Japanese, you Chinese. They see a black, you African. So just remember that.
Foreigners are not allowed in the hospital.
During the COVID, they running and everything. I feel sorry. Pray for China, man. They doing the Chinese people bad, man. Pray for China, man. Word. They using the Chinese people just like they using the Americans, man. Shit is bad, man. Shit is bad, man.
You go, no enter?
Oh, no. Why?
Why? Because she's a foreigner?
These nurses get killed if they don't
So
follow
why
procedure,
was
man.
we cannot enter? But then she's pregnant. We want to scan. I actually expected this. That is why I'm recording.
先等等吧，我问一下别人哈，等会一下。
Shit is messed up
So
all
what
around
is
the board.
happening here is
This shit is
we went to some
a
hospital.
Holocaust,
My
God.
wife is
Global
pregnant.
Holocaust, yo.
We wanted to do a scan.
No politicians got the COVID yet. I
they
don't want to hear
cannot
about
let us
wives. I don't want to hear about that shit.
Foreigners
Sure,
cannot be let inside.
If I had a wife after 30 years and she happened to catch COVID, I side at myself. But what politician caught it? One of them old fogies should have passed away by now from corona.
Measure. Fine. We go.
I want whatever the politicians have.
She's pregnant. You don't attend to foreigners. Where we come from is how you have to treat us.
Pregnant going into labor? Or
you don't have anyone who speaks English here?
Y'all know this is a hospital, not a restaurant. And at the end of the day, they can fall back on no speaking English. Goodbye.
They might call police here for us. No, it's okay.
Pregnant, about to go into labor. She looks slim. What the hell? Y'all not gonna let a pregnant woman go into labor?
I don't think it's necessary.
It's a hospital.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
Hospital
no problem.
in
Thank
China. She going into labor.
Okay. And it's a gyno hospital, you can imagine. Something like that, but they cannot.
I don't know about 6 months. What up, y'all? Planet of the Fakes, King of Content. Thank you for looking at my video. And also, I need y'all to basically follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is... That was just 4 months. Yup. That was 4 minutes. My bad. I don't know about 4 months. I don't know about 6 months. I know that she was allegedly going to labor or something, and they denied her service in China. That's messed up, man. Let's get to the main event. If y'all want to get a little beverage, you can. We're getting to the main event. This is the story of Robin Grubbs. No mainstream media, nothing. Just Planet of the Fakes and Facebook people hurt. Her father's crushed. And this is what I do. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. I'll be that. Let's get to this main event. Planet of the Fakes is exclusive till I go viral, then everybody jump on it, act like they concerned. No problem, y'all could do that. Let's get to this main event. I don't know much about it. First time watching it with y'all. Hope I didn't make a mistake. It would embarrass me. King and Queens of Content. Give me what, oh, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Again, the story of Robin Grubbs. I believe Atlanta, Georgia, federal correction officer. I don't want to give no more. I think the video speaks for itself. Do that. USDebtClock.org for anybody that may want to check out how much money you owe. How much money you owe to this foreign company posing as a place to act like your government? I said it. I meant it. It's fact.
Came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are. Yeah, we came too far in the darkest days. Don't know where we are or who we are.
It's the main event, y'all. We're about to get out of here.
We came too far in the darkest days.
Hey, what up, y'all? Planet of Fakes for Women and Pigstar HH News here. This is
I messed up already.
Messed up story about a federal correctional officer by the name of Robin Grubbs, a 39-year-old woman. I don't think she had any kids. She was single, working for the federal prison system, and basically she caught coronavirus. They found her unresponsive, basically passed away in her home, which is kind of ironic. They roughly found her, I think they said the 14th, but I looked at her Facebook, and on the 12th, she was actually making COVID posts. Not posts per se, but sharing COVID posts on the 12th. So to find her 2 days later, non-responsive, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was 2 days later, please check that. But to find her 2 days later, dead in her home, it's just messed up. And there's so many people out here with no mates that may be dead in their homes right now. So this is just one of those videos that have people check on your peoples, and also realize, y'all, these jobs don't love y'all, because the man right there on the right is like the warden of the prison, and he's dodging liability for her death, claiming that she caught it somewhere else other than her job. Therefore, she won't be getting no job benefits. They not paying for her funeral, nothing.
She caught it somewhere else under martial law.
Tried for the last couple of years to convince people that these jobs don't love you. The state's not a place or a government or a company. And I always tell people, how y'all raising people to be soldiers and police officers for the United States? And when somebody asks you what a state is, you can't even tell them. Y'all heard what I said? These people are becoming United States Army, soldiers, Marines, police, feds, COs, and all this stuff. And when you ask one of them, what is a state? They can't even tell you. Don't y'all know that's an international crime, and that's the reason why people are being orderly exterminated now? Screaming out to the same people doing it to them. Government! No such thing as corporation governments, dog. Y'all got life all twisted. But anyway, this is American Holocaust. Send prayers out to the Grubbs family. Her father Gary is taking this very, 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 very hard. And again, y'all, don't die for these jobs. This woman basically gave her life. I don't know if it was to make her income, or she loved her job, or thought her job loved her. But the end result is the
also
same.
A body politic and corporate. It's reversible.
Any liability.
It's reversible.
And now her family's off on their own.
It's a corporate body politic and a body politic corporate.
Honors you think this job is going to give her? They not even trying to take credit for giving her the coronavirus. Use it in all three
combinations.
And it's so funny. They talk about social distancing.
It's three combinations you can use it. Body, corporate, and politic. Politic, body, corporate, body, politic. You see how you can flip it?
Whether that's a prison or not. It's not hard to put it on lockdown and bring prisoners their meals.
Let me rewind that part. I was talking over the most important part.
And this is American Holocaust.
Listen to what I say. I said it amazed me how the state's telling people to do social distancing, but they can't even practice it in their own institutions. I don't see why jail would be hard to social distance. If you gotta open up solitary, open up solitary. Fuck. If you gotta open up the day room and keep people like distance in the day room and they cells, do that. Y'all supposed to show the #1 effort no matter where the institution is. I'm just saying.
Our family's off on their own. And what kind of honors you think this job is going to give her? They not even trying to take credit for giving her the coronavirus. And it's so funny. They talk about social distancing, and you would think all federal, state, city, and local institutions would be practicing social distancing, whether that's a prison or not. It's not hard to put it on lockdown and bring prisoners their meals. But they're not going to do that, because this is an orderly extermination, and this is American Holocaust. The story of Robin Grubbs.
Jail is the one putting new prisoners with
Planet
old
of the Fakes
prisoners.
4 women. And Pig Star HH News. Federal prisons confirm first staff death linked to coronavirus. A federal prison employee who died earlier this week has tested positive for the new coronavirus, the Bureau of Prisons announced Friday. The Bureau said the staffer is the first potential staff death due to COVID-19. Robin Grubbs, a 39-year-old case manager at the United States Penitentiary in Atlanta, was found dead in her home Tuesday and posthumously tested positive for the virus, a Bureau spokesperson said in a statement. Grubbs' last day working at the facility was Friday, April 10. She was screened prior to entry and determined to be asymptomatic, the spokesperson said. 4 Atlanta employees told CBS News that Grubbs' office was located in the prison's Baker 3 unit, a previously empty area where officials began housing inmates who were sick or exposed to the coronavirus. As of Friday, 8 inmates and 3 staffers have tested positive for the virus, according to the Bureau.
During the coronavirus emergency, social distancing is all but impossible. So what does that mean, both for those inside a jail or prison and for those of us outside the walls? Here's our senior contributor, Ted Koppel.
The notion that society is best served by taking people who break the law and locking them up for a long time, that notion has always had a powerful constituency in this country. That's why on a per capita basis, the United States has more people behind bars, 2.3 million.
It's a foreign company, of course they're gonna have people in prison.
And a lot of the sentences are insanely long.
I was sentenced to 1,010 years and 19 life terms for armed bank robbery. I won't go up for parole until Jesus comes back first.
That's our starting point. There's no such thing as a good time to be an inmate in the U.S. prison system, or, for that matter, to be awaiting trial in a county jail. It may also be that there's never been a worse time.
2 colleagues said their last conversation with Grubbs was to congratulate her on a recent promotion, a position that would have moved her to a different office in a separate building from Baker 3. Robin was a dedicated employee whose efforts sought to improve the lives of inmates and her fellow staff. She was promoting into a new reentry role in the agency which would have prepared her for future leadership opportunities. Robin will be sorely missed by her Bureau family, William Woods, the prison's warden, wrote in a statement. Her colleagues remember Grubbs as an Army veteran, a diehard Atlanta Falcons fan and a hard worker. They said she loved traveling and trying new restaurants, especially seafood, and was close with her parents and brother. On April 10, she posted a video of her parents after they had dropped off a Corona care package filled with cough medicine, ginger ale and hand sanitizer. She wrote, "Air hugs because Corona is everywhere at this point. How did I get so lucky?" The Bureau said 465 federal inmates and 296 staffers have tested positive for COVID-19 nationwide, and 18 inmates have died. Full video link in the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, and if you have time, go to
And even before this corona started, I've been told my chat, when they start the corporate takeover of the United States, they normally get rid of the state and federal employees first. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're witnesses to a lot of the stuff that goes on. I'm not saying that's the case here. I'm just saying it's not going to be any different care because you a state or federal employee. Just know that. You're not getting no different care. I got to find the video with her family doing the Lysol. I didn't see it. Maybe I missed it. I could have missed it. They said one of her last videos, but I'm going to look for that.
www.amore-ica.com. We are the new
Positive has now topped 1,000. Keep in mind that Rikers, by far the largest of them all, is a jail, not a prison.
What I know from being incarcerated is that people in American prisons and jails have very little prospect at avoiding infection.
Piper Kerman spent more than a year behind bars. Her memoir was adapted into the hit series Orange is the new black.
Our experiences are essential to understanding the reform that's needed.
She is a passionate advocate of early release.
Jail facilities typically hold people who have been arrested and have been charged with a crime but are presumed innocent, but the majority of people are eligible for bail and can return to the community, but they are too poor to pay their bail. So nobody should sit in jail just because they're poor, and especially when there is a pandemic going on.
Planet of the Fakes for Women and Pigstar HH News. The director's statement is a blatant attempt to deny line of duty death compensation.
I got the
Ms.
last
Grubbs
video.
and her family deserve better than this. Director MD Carvajal. MD Carvajal. Director, Bureau of Prisons. It is with great sadness that I share the news of the death of USP Atlanta case manager Robin Grubbs. On Tuesday, April 14, 2020, Ms. Grubbs was found deceased at her home by fellow staff conducting a welfare check. Ms. Grubbs started her career with the Bureau in 2007 as a correctional officer at FCI Jessup, Georgia. She was promoted to food service assistant in 2010 and, in 2014, she was promoted to case manager at USP Atlanta. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation Medical Examiner's Office notified the agency that Ms. Grubbs tested positive for COVID-19 posthumously. However, the actual cause of her death is undetermined because the autopsy was not completed. On Friday, April 10, her last day at USP Atlanta, Ms. Grubbs had been successfully screened prior to entry and was not symptomatic. USP Atlanta Warden William Woods described Ms. Grubbs as a dedicated employee whose efforts sought to improve the lives of inmates and her fellow staff. Ms. Grubbs was promoting into a new reentry role within the agency, and she will be missed by her Bureau family. I offer my sincere condolences to her family, friends, and to every staff member grieving her untimely passing. Full video link in the description. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell, and if
babies,
you
no
have time,
man.
go to www.amo.
Going on.
It's just looking grim. It's only a matter of time before we all get it.
There is an added touch of desperation to calls coming out of jails and prisons.
We just in here, look.
Around the country these days.
Guys is coughing, and there's just no way to escape it, bro. So, you know, if this the last one you see me in, bro, know that I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not to sound like that, but it's real.
Confinement and social distancing are mostly incompatible.
Inside of a cell, you have to basically figure out how are you going to adjust, because a few feet down from you is another person.
Earlonne Woods is out of prison now, but a couple of years back he was my guide to prison life at San Quentin, outside San Francisco. You don't have a hell of a lot of room in there.
You don't. You can only, it's like one person can only move at a time. Like if we had to turn sideways. When I say that small space, as you know, you was in there, it's about the size of an average person's bathroom.
He in the corona cell?
That's what that confinement is.
Adnan Khan is also happy to describe himself these days as an ex-con.
Earlonne and I were in San Quentin together, the floor that we lived on. We shared it with 100 people, and that floor was 3 feet wide. So it is physically impossible to do 6-foot distancing in a 3-foot wide tier.
So what happens when inmates get sick?
When viruses hit, the culture of prisons, at least in my experience, has been punitive. Meaning that when someone gets sick, they get punished by being sent to solitary confinement.
That, at least, was the case at San Quentin. When Earlonne Woods was an inmate there, he hosted, and still hosts, a podcast called Ear Hustle. He did an episode on solitary.
It's the hole, the box, the dungeon.
I saw no future. Well, how do I spend the next 20, 30 till I die in this cell? Because I wasn't prepared for it.
Once you get sent to solitary confinement, the rules and regulations that apply in there, whether you're there for disciplinary reasons or whether you're there for quarantine purposes, those rules and regulations apply to you no matter what you're there for.
One controversial option, the early release of elderly inmates and those convicted of nonviolent crimes.
Anybody that doesn't have to be in prison is not being sent to prison. Anybody who is nonviolent or ready to be released is out.
In Florida, last week,
164 inmates were released to stop the spread of coronavirus.
The troubling exception that will only solidify existing resistance to early release.
The day after this announcement, deputies say Joseph Williams killed a man in Tampa.
I am issuing an executive order to stop the release of dangerous felons from prisons and jails.
Who's to say who's dangerous?
We may, in ordinary times, have the luxury of ignoring what happens behind prison walls. But, says Piper Kerman, not now.
Prisons and jails do not have ICUs. They don't have intensive care units. They don't have any of the medical facilities to deal with very sick people. So every single day, on a normal day, on a good day, thousands of prisoners are brought out of prison to local hospitals.
Overall, remember, the number of inmates and staff testing positive in New York City's prisons and jails is now over 1,000. One might reasonably assume that the majority of...
Word. That's it. That was it.
What up, y'all?
Warden.
Planet of Fakes, king of content. Thank you
on
for
that
looking at my
bullshit,
video.
Geraldo.
And also, I need y'all to basically follow.
Warden's on that bullshit, Geraldo. Warden's on that bullshit, Geraldo. Warden's on that bullshit, Geraldo. How y'all feel about it? Put it in the chat. Let me put my conclusion to address the Asian Chinese thing. To Asians, Africans, African Americans, same thing. So don't go to China just because you from Rodeo Drive. As an African American, they gonna think you African, treat you the same way. It's probably people in China right now trying to get out of there that can't. As far as any of the other videos, ask Siri what a body politic in corporate is. That's all I say. With that being said, any questions before we get out of here? And remember, the mayor is the CEO of the city, the governor is the CEO of the state, and the president is the CEO of the U.S. They're all chief executive officers. That's why when Rob Ryder said they took an oath to an office, they took an oath to a corporate office. That's not an office to the government of the people. That's why they posing imposters, because they're in corporate offices posing like they're public offices. They are not. If they were public offices, y'all be talking about lowering the national debt. Y'all wouldn't be oblivious to how it operates. You notice they keep y'all oblivious to how that operates? You're the collateral. Why would you let your chickens and cows know that the loan that you took from the bank, you can't pay and gotta give them to the bank? You wouldn't let your cows and chickens know that shit. You would feed them the same way, just cheaper feed. Yeah, buddy. Any questions? Yeah, they got unincorporated. Rob got into it. That's what people could buy. People could have bought their own towns, 200,000, 300,000, not take federal funding and been chilling. But nah, they want you to live in the state, blow all that tax money and still owe them $500,000. Ain't black celebrities something else? And go to IG. They embarrass me on IG. The way all these celebrities acting oblivious to really what's going on, and they still shucking and jiving and entertaining for free, it amazes me. But those are people's role models. Look up to them. Be in your states, be in your cities. Knock yourselves out in zip codes. We getting out of here. Planet of Fakes, New Umbrella Corp. What up? I just say don't die for them cities, don't die for them states, and don't die for the U.S. They won't even acknowledge you. Mass grave. That's my shit. I ain't playing that, though.
The system for creative
How they
people
just
is
throw
broken.
another ad on? I just
If it's
listened to
algorithms
3
over
ads.
ideas,
Believe it or not, people could have bought SoundCloud years ago. SoundCloud went bankrupt. Yup, they was a free platform, not charging people. They went bankrupt. They had to come up with a plan. So I guess they came up with monetizing. But people could have bought SoundCloud cheap. You think any black celebrities bought that shit? Nah. You think any businessmen? Nah. I wish I had the money. I would have bought SoundCloud. That shit used to have videos. They used to let you add videos with your songs. SoundCloud used to be fire. But anyway, people ain't about shit. Stay away from them people that ain't about shit. They ain't gonna be here. That's on everything. Plan of the fix, team no teams, team no friends. Survive, talk to me with your business. Other than that, body politics and corporates.
Getting close, you just a little girl. You just a little girl. Living in a crazy world. I wish I could have told you that these niggas and these bitches ain't worth getting close to. You just a little girl. That's my sister, my cousin, my niece. When I heard the story, I couldn't sleep for weeks. I guess your daughter name got cold feet. I guess it was too many. You guess like your homie. The root to Wally. Here's your money. Say it again. But how could you know? 19 living the American dream. The wolves in sheep's clothing. You never seen. Gone way too soon. In a Cadillac I lean. Sometimes I wanna go to Chirac with a strap. Everybody saw somebody holding your back. But nah, I ain't gonna let that be the setback. We still gonna progress and still see justice in the process. No doubt, was no contest. So what? High solutions gotta be manifest. Kanika Jenkins, we'll never forget. Angel, it's a hard thing. You just a little girl. Living in a crazy world. I wish I could have told you that these niggas and you bitches ain't worth getting close. You just a little girl. You just a little girl. Living in a crazy world. I wish I could have told you that these niggas and you bitches ain't worth getting close. You just a little girl. Angel.
You rep the devil, that shit I cannot do. I am a god and my daughter is my angel. I seen the light, you seen the dark because it blinds you. Surrounded by demons, surrounded by angels. We all like have my back and I'll guide you. Everyday fighting, I promise you will not lose. We are rich with our words, just let it find you. Give your knowledge to the youth because you smart too. If you gon' smoke and drink, don't let it drown you. Be aware of your surroundings, watch the crowd move. Hit these bullies where it hurt, don't let them clown you. Street smart, book smart, kids stay in school. Getting litty on the weekends, that's just what we do. If you gon' fuck, protect yourself first rule. Don't get yourself caught up. That drama's not cool. Be yourself and do you. Best way to move. I speak that knowledge. This is for the youth.
That's the oath of office I just saw right there. Oath of office.
This is what I do. I speak that knowledge. This is something new. I speak that knowledge. You should speak it too. I speak that knowledge. This is for the youth. I speak that knowledge. This is what I do. I speak that knowledge. This is something new. I speak that knowledge. You should speak it too. Love is pain, but we always learn the hard way. Life's a game, so I care what they all say. Have no fear, cause we all gotta go one day. Live and smile and you'll make it through every day. Make us proud, you the future in every way. Was teaching then and still teaching now. You on the rise and can't nobody hold you down. Have a dream, have a plan and execute it now.
Stockton, California.
And they just hating cause you shining now. Bright like a star,
Wallow.
maybe you the
That's where they
child.
allegedly
Put
killed
your faith
Sandra
in the
Bland.
Lord and I can show you how. Put your faith in the Lord and watch
me
him
show you
now.
how.
We all have a dream, just gotta chase it down. Martin Luther King paved the way, they can't stop us now. We hunting the hunters united, they gon' feel us now. The world laughing, Snapchatting while they tear it down. I speak that knowledge. This is for the youth. I speak that knowledge. This is what I do. I speak that knowledge. This is something new.
Oath of office, y'all. Oath of office.
You should speak it too. I speak that knowledge. This is for the youth. I speak that knowledge. This is what I do. I speak that knowledge. This is something new. I speak that knowledge. You should speak it too. I wear my brand on my arm cause I know I'm a don. These haters look at me evil cause they know I'm a god. Going up with my people cause we all shooting stars. I'm so rich in the heart, won't sell my soul to be bought. I'll get myself to the top and I will say what I want. Y'all have to take me alive, I see the light in your dark. Won't put my pride to the side, my pride is all that I got. Don't need no money to live, I got my mind and my heart. Walk these streets in the dark, all you hear is gunshots. I ain't lying, cops, siren, just speeding down blocks. People dying, mamas crying like, when will it stop? Mind racing now, I'm feeling like a version of Pac. Read the many stories on Kanika, filtered at heart. I have a daughter, I'm a father, take mines, I'll go dark. Hate for humans, what y'all doing, gotta change the shit. We all servants, what's your purpose with one life to live? I speak that knowledge.
Y'all saw that? I gotta
This is
pause
for the
that.
youth.
Oh,
I speak that
look,
knowledge.
remember how I always
This is
break
what
this
I
down
do.
to y'all?
I
Look.
speak that knowledge. This is something new. I speak that knowledge. You should speak it too. I speak that knowledge.
Aren't I always breaking this down to y'all? Look what this says, the prefix in. Used to add the meaning not. Don't I always be telling y'all? What do these fake pro-blacks tell the Americans? You one of the indigenous. You are indigenous people of America. When you add the I in, what does the meaning say? Used to add the meaning not. So when these fake pro-blacks tell you, you the indigenous people of this land, that means you're the not indigenous. You indigenous. We're the indigenous. They don't know what the fake they talking about. That's why I don't mess with these fake. They used to be Pan-Africans. Now they fake Americans because I blew that up. And they tell you the indigenous aboriginals. I ask y'all, who wants an abnormal baby? Because fake pro-blacks, they swear when they trick you, it's a benefit. Like everybody that say they aboriginal, good stuff happen to you. When it means you not original. You running around talking about you the not original people. I can't stand fake pro-blacks. But I know they're not gonna be here in 50 years. Have mercy on them. But here it goes right there, right in their face. Used to add the meaning not, lacking. So when we're gonna get into ab, because I got the definition of ab too, you know that. I'm the receipt king. Or the opposite. So let's get that together. Because a lot of people get caught up with that IN. And then y'all don't even know the meaning of the words y'all use. Remember I told you, they always saying indigenous and all that dumb shit. Interim government. Y'all remember that word interim? Add not to tirum. And you'll get what they telling you. Remember, they speak in codes. You speak in codes. Those codes got you under obligations. So many, you won't even accept reality. Just be careful. or the opposite to adjectives and to words formed from adjectives. Ain't that something, though? And that's why I said, stop playing with these foreigners. Y'all think they a stupid government letting y'all die. No, they're a very smart corporation paid to orderly exterminate you with your consent. They got documents and documents of you consenting to their authority. This is their authority making an error. Look at how many lives get wasted. But anyway, states are places, no problem. The news helped them get rid of you. The news tell you it's a place too, right? I know. Helping them get rid of you. But we out of here, man. That was Planet of Fakes. Again, all this stuff is public information. That's why they really have no mercy on people. And they know they're totally indoctrinated and brainwashed. Prove them wrong. Have a trick for them. Because once they say a state is a place, they guilty of treason. That's trying to overthrow America. They don't even got no proof a state's a place. You got a proof it's a company. They flashing on the screens. Them shit's on Google. Body Politics and Corporate. If a state is anything other than a body politic and corporate, guess what? They got to present that. They not going to be able to present that. Then you could bust them down all type of ways. How did I get born in a body politic and corporate? How am I physically in one? And they can't say by walking in the state territory makes you in the company. That's not true. Just because you walk through McDonald's, does that make you part of the company? No. Does it make you a potential customer? Yes. So if you walk through the state boundaries, police body slam you, that's their service. You can accept it as a customer or you could not. You could be an American, you understand? So don't let them fool you. And then you can also break that down. If me walking through their company put me under their company rules, what do their company being on my land put their dumb asses at? Think about that. If they say you being in their invisible company put you under rules, what do their company be on your land? What does that do? But this only work for Americans. This ain't gonna work for a U.S. is a citizen believing they live in a state. You gotta knock yourself out with that. I'm saying, I don't know how many years you got to maintain and survive, but while you still got a remnants of freedom, I would get this information down pat. Cause it ain't gonna be no internet to go to have the common sense to break this shit down and know when you in the right and when you in the wrong. That's what a right is. A right, the only thing a right is not being wrong. That's all a right is when you're not wrong. So y'all need to wake up. Learn your rights. Planet of Fakes, we out here. Stay positive, productive, prolific, most of all, profitable. New umbrella, you suckers won't be here in 15 years.